We are live, and I'll just wait for you guys to pop in here before I start flapping my gums. It is currently 5:25 p.m. Pacific time, and the sun is beating down here. And the reason I have this hat on because once the sun gets beyond that umbrella, it's going to be shining down on my noggin. Anyway, hope you guys can join in, and let's talk about some palm trees and exotic plants. Current temperature here 23.2 degrees Celsius, 39% humidity. So it's a really nice day. It's not as hot as yesterday, thank God, but a really nice late afternoon here on the Gulf Islands. There's a little bit of a slight breeze coming in from the ocean. The advantages of living next to the ocean, I'll tell you. On a hot day, you get a little bit of a fanning wind sometimes. See those palms? It is palmy. Listening to the birds. Lots of birds, lots of swallowtail butterflies around this year. There's more than ever. We're sitting out here having dinner every night. They're fluttering around here. Keep hydrated. Lots of water. Lots of water. I like early morning and I like evenings. It's coolest. See what happens here if we get anybody that comes in. If they don't, well, I'll go to about 10 minutes. And if nobody comes in the 10-minute mark, then we'll just shut her down. I'll go get me some sherbet. I'll cover up the barbecue. Wendy barbecued some really nice Australian steaks tonight. I didn't know what we were going to have for dinner. I stopped by at the store and I picked up two nice steaks. They were yummy. Anyway, hope your palm trees are growing well out there. You can see ours are doing very well here, just keeping things watered now. That's the only problem at this time of the year. It's like lots of watering to do, keeping some of the plants happy, especially the tree fern. Tree fern's a bit of a water pig. I water it every day. The one palm at the back of the house here that grew 2 feet of trunk last year, I water that every day. I want to see how much trunk growth we're going to get out of it this year. I'm guessing another 2 feet of trunk. I can see it right now through our living room window. It's absolutely beautiful when you look out the living room window and you see a palm tree. These ones we see out of our kitchen window, and other parts of the house we do see palm trees as well. Okay, 4 minutes and 32 seconds into this. Anybody going to join in? Come on in, man. Don't be shy. If you want to know when live streams happen, you got to hit your notification bell. That's what you got to do. You hit your notification bell, and you will know when these live streams happen. But it is so nice out. I'm guessing some of you people might be at the lakes, maybe at the ocean, maybe you're hanging out in your garden, maybe you're watering your garden, or maybe eating dinner. I know some of you guys are 3 hours ahead of us. So Eastern time zone, it's going to be 8:30. Here it's 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. We are on the Gulf Islands. It's interesting. The weather on my thing here says 18 and sunny, and my weather station. So this is, I don't know where that weather station is, but ours is saying 23.2 when I started this live stream. So it's about 5 degrees warmer than what it says here on this computer. It's a heck of a lot warmer than 18. Oh, we got a thumbs up. That's good. Don't be shy, man. Come in and say hi. Ah, Michael Morris. Hey, hey, hey. I'm just drinking some water. Got to drink lots of water and stay hydrated, right? And we just had a really good dinner. So Wendy's got a migraine headache. She's kind of nursing this headache. Last night, I guess, when she woke up, she didn't feel very good last night. She woke up this morning. She had a migraine headache. So I don't get headaches, thank God. But she gets migraines every so often. So she's sitting in the dark room. You on the beer? No, not the beer. That's water. I rarely drink beer, but that's water. That's where I work actually, Country Grocer. I work there, so drink lots of water. But you know what? Every so often I do drink beer. I'll have a beer. A nice cold beer is good on a hot day, but it's got to be really hot, like yesterday. And I didn't even have a beer yesterday. I just drank a ton of water because beer is beer tastes good, but it doesn't quench my thirst. It just makes you want to have more beer. Is where I drink one of these, and it really does quench my thirst. I think alcohol is a diuretic like coffee, right? There's something in it where it makes you want to have more, and it doesn't really quench your thirst, right? Is where water definitely quenches your thirst. So I drink lots of this every day in this weather. Nova Scotia wildfires are finally going away. Wow, is that right, eh? I heard it's really bad with smoke in the east, like in Ontario, places like that. In Quebec, the smoke is really bad. And I think even in the States, it's pulling it down. The jet stream is pulling some of that smoke down. So here it is crystal clear blue sky, as you can see. Very, very blue and really nice temperature right now. It's, I'm going to say mid 70s. 200 homes gone outside of Halifax. Really? Holy cow. I didn't even think Nova Scotia was known for forest fires. That's crazy. BC is definitely known where I live for forest fires. There's one burning in Port Alberni on Vancouver Island, but that's quite a ways from here. We're not getting any smoke here at all. Nothing. But 200 homes, that really sucks to lose your home to a fire. Can you imagine? Any fire. But all your possessions gone, all your memories gone. Yeah. Yeah, the first big one we had. That's crazy. Yeah, there's been small forest fires since I've lived here. You know, I remember there was a pretty good size one in 1981 up on Mount Maxwell, but they keep on top of them. They keep on top of them pretty quick. Broke the record. Wow. Yeah, I think there must be fires burning in other places in BC. I only know of the one on Vancouver Island and Port Alberni, and apparently you can't get through that area to try to get to Tofino. I guess the roads are blocked off or something, so you have to go around, and there it's an extra 4 hours or something. That's what I heard on the radio. It's like, well, I ain't going to I'm not going to Tofino anytime soon. So yeah, it would be scary to have a forest fire. And I always think about that at this time of the year because it's so dry. Just takes one careless person throwing their cigarette butt out the window and burning this place up. I mean, look at the trees around us, man. They are tall timbers all around us. 120-foot Douglas firs everywhere, right? Look at them. We're surrounded by big trees. There's trees everywhere here. And they're very dry. So they would go up really, really fast if there was a fire. Thank God palm trees don't burn very well, right? Palm trees are kind of fire resistant. Well, the dead fronds aren't. Braden, aside from what other plants will you be taking with you? I think that's probably it. Everything in pots, though. Everything in pots will be going. But you know what? We have to sell our house first. We already had an offer on it last week, and we turned it down because it was way too low for us. It was like 300,000 lower than what we were asking. They offered us 1.33, I think something like that is 1.33, and we said no way, Jose. Uh, $25,000 fine for having fire. Wow. Yeah, we have a fire ban on here too. Yeah. When we move, we're looking at Vancouver Island, Cowichan Bay, Maple Bay, or Cowichan Bay, if and when it sells. If it doesn't sell, it doesn't really matter to us. We're just putting it out there to the universe. If it happens, it happens. You know what I mean? So, just I think the tree fern, everything in pots is going. And Braden, you have no idea how many plants in pots we have. We have so many plants in pots. There's one for starters, figs, lots of Trachycarpus wagnerianus palms, date palms, but Dicksonia. We even have needle palm in pots, and we have camarops in pots. So yeah, we'll have enough plants to landscape our new place. We have bamboo in pots too. Is that part of Vancouver Island? It's Cowichan Bay. Cowichan Bay is just south. It's right looking at the south end of Salt Spring Island. So Cowichan Bay is a community. You can take a boat, probably take you about 15 minutes by boat over to Cowichan Bay from the south end of Salt Spring Island. And you're there maybe even less than 15 minutes. And yeah, it's a really nice community. I've always liked Cowichan Bay. There's lots of big palm trees in Cowichan Bay. I think it's probably milder here where the cows are. Yeah, Cowichan is Cowichan natives, right? So that's why they call it Cowichan. We do call it Cow Bay, but it's Cowichan tribe, Cowichan First Nations. That's why it's called Cowichan Bay. But yeah, I think it's milder here on Salt Spring, definitely. A little bit milder in the wintertime because of our location. We're on the very north end of the island here. So, like I say, lots of water all around us. On Cowichan Bay, you only got water on one side of you, and it's more of a narrow strip of water, narrow strip of ocean. Here we have more ocean around us. So that regulates the air temperatures. But you know, the palm trees I see in Cowichan Bay, and there's lots of them, big ones. The biggest ones are, 25, 30 feet tall. They look absolutely beautiful. I shoot videos. When I was there last week, I shot some videos just driving around neighborhoods. And yeah, there's palms all over the place. So, but there's other things I like to grow besides palms too, right? The tree fern. So the tree fern, I'd have to put it in a nice sheltered location. And it is in a sheltered location here. It looks absolutely beautiful, the tree fern. It's pumped out all its new fronds. It is so gorgeous. I can actually see the top of it from here. Yeah, and it's in a hot spot too. It's like it soaks up a lot of sun there. I'm amazed it doesn't burn. Yeah, so Cowichan Bay is in the Cowichan region, and Cowichan is like, have you heard of the Cowichan sweaters? First Nations, it's they're famous for making Cowichan sweaters. It's a native band, right? So, but people do call it Cow Bay, short for Cowichan Bay. And you get off the ferry once we get off our island on the west side, and it's about a 15-minute drive south of the ferry, something like that. Little seaside community, tiny little town, and just a really nice place. But the thing is, living on Vancouver Island, you don't have to worry about taking ferries everywhere like we do on Salt Spring. Vancouver Island, you really never have to leave. It's so big. Vancouver Island is so vast. They have everything on Vancouver Island, is where here on Salt Spring Island, you're very limited. You know what I mean? So a lot of people uh, wouldn't be able to handle Salt Spring Island only because we don't have everything like that people want. The big box stores. There's no fast food. There's none of that stuff here on Salt Spring. It's like a very rural, uh, quiet, laid back island. Is where Vancouver Island you can go to. You can drive, not that far and be in a city. You can be in Victoria, Nanaimo, Duncan, and then you can be out in the country just as fast, right? So, but that's the plan if and when it sells. If and when it sells, then we will move there and we will go down to Mexico too. We're also looking at Mexico. So get something down there too. But this place has to sell first. We ain't doing anything until we got the greenbacks in our hand. Once somebody makes an offer and we accept the offer, we're not going to go any down. We're not going any lower now than what we're selling it for. We want what we're asking. We just dropped it. We just dropped it $100,000, and it's not going any lower than that. If nobody buys it, well, then that's the way it is. Then it's meant to be where we're not supposed to move. That's the way Wendy and I see things. If nobody buys it, then it's meant to be that we should be staying here, right? And it will be sad. I mean, look at these plants. This garden has so many palm trees in it, so many palm trees. And when I bought this place, there was nothing. How much less do you think your asking price would be if you had never planted all the palms? Well, I can tell you right now, you can't put a price on this landscape because it's a mature landscape and it's a big landscape. But this place is a moneymaker too. Like this is an income earning property. right? So people that buy this place will be making money. Wendy has 2 accommodations here. So it's not just the landscape, but I would say if it didn't have the landscape, I'd probably go maybe 125,000, 150,000 less, something like that. Maybe 100. Well, the palm nursery too, if they want that, that's an extra 25, 26,000. We've already added everything up there. That's wholesale. If they want the palm nursery, got to be another 26,000. If they don't want it, well, then the palms come with us. And there's a lot of palms in there. But yeah, so it's the landscape here. You know what I mean? The house is nice, but it's the landscape that is just absolutely unreal. When people come visit this place, they are kind of blown away. And we just had people here from Seattle for a week down there, and they really loved the place. Seattle's not that far away, and there's palms in Seattle too. So, me, the house, not so big deal leaving it, but moving away from this garden, that's the part that's going to suck for me. I'm going to miss it, man. I'm going to miss all of these beautiful palm trees and exotic plants. We got big redwood trees in here, and there's so many different types of bamboos and just so many different types of exotic plants. Fatsia trees everywhere. If you like fatsia, there are fatsia trees all over this property. Big ones too. Those ones are 15 feet tall, and they're just more growth coming out of them. So much growth coming out of the fatsia trees this year. It's unbelievable. And bay trees. There's bay trees all over the place. Bay leaf. There's big laurels, big cherry laurels that are 30 feet tall. I grew from cuttings, and just lots of broadleaf evergreens trees. That's what I really like. BLEs. So year round, it always looks like that behind us. It's always nice and green. Do you have the yam vines? Do you have Discoria species? No, no yam vines. We have jasmine. We have a lot of vines. We have different. We have hydrangea petaloris, which is climbing hydrangea. We have five-leaf akebia. We have hops. We have jasmine nudiflora, winter flowering jasmine. We have kiwi vines, Actinidia deliciosa, big kiwi vines. I'm trying to think. Lots of clematis. Wendy's got clematis all over the place too. Um, Mile a minute vine. I'm trying to think of the vines she has. We have one section that's all vines. So lots of vines. Climbing roses, which aren't vines, but she's got climbing roses. I see a caterpillar. I got to get off of this tree here. It's on Wendy's. Where is that cat? Hang on. It's on her lilac. Where the hell is that? Saw it. Don't trust those things. They're eating everything up. They're on the Guatemalan cherries right now, eating up our evergreen Guatemalan cherry. They are really annoying, these caterpillars. Look at this. He wants to eat this. These guys. I want them to be done soon. These guys are the most annoying little critters right there. Those things are so annoying. Those tent caterpillars, they eat everything. They're the worst frickin' things. They suck. Caspian cold hardy peppers would survive. They're only cold hardy pepper. I never heard of those things. Cold hardy pepper. Yeah, never ever heard. I mean, we've grown peppers before, but for eating, but just regular peppers like bell peppers, maybe some chili peppers. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Hardy pepper. Well, maybe I want to get a greenhouse too, if and when we move. Perennial peppers. Cool. Never heard of them. Perennial peppers. Huh. That's interesting. There's one I've eaten before too called Malabar spinach. It's not a perennial, but it's like a vine spinach, and it's really good. Malabar. It's kind of buttery tasting leaves on Malabar spinach. Very, very nice. So, but yeah. So our new place, if this place sells, will be on a smaller scale. So it's going to be like a miniature kind of jungle garden. I mean, here we have 2 acres, and there we're just going to get like a lot or maybe a quarter acre, something like that. So it's going to be downsize. We're looking for more like a one level house. This is like a split level house, like a one level house, and hopefully a brand new house, brand spanking new. Nobody's lived in it before. That's what we're looking at. So if it works out in our favor, if it doesn't work out in our favor, well, then we stay here and enjoy this garden. There is an extremely rare cold hardy pepper called perennial zone 9 USDA. Yeah, Malabar spinach is beautiful. My buddy grows it on the mainland, and it's wrapped all around his kiwi vine. So whenever I'm there, I'll pick some leaves off and eat it. It's very, very nice. But Not hardy enough to survive the winter here, I don't think. This last winter we fell into the back into the high end of zone 8B, and then same with last December. So this last December 2022, we had a 3 or 4 day bad cold snap. So back into the high end of zone 8B, and then December 2021, we had about 5 days of cold weather and back into the high end of zone 8B. And before that, for a decade, we were zone 9, low end of zone 9. But it happens, right? I mean, we're pretty far north. We're 48 degrees north latitude. So it's expected. I mean, most people probably wouldn't expect to see that growing here, the stuff behind me, but they do. And they're absolutely flawless. The Trachycarpus palms are just flawless here. They love it. So as much cold as we get here, it never bothers the Trachycarpus palms. The Camarops are good too. They look good. Chamaedorea radicalis good. Needle palms are good, and the sables are good too. So there are some hardier palms that can grow here. Okay, other palms. Well, we found out the Jubea chilensis in our garden didn't like it. That was in 2021. It wasn't a very big one, and then the big one in Grace Point, it finally bit the big one after 24 years outside, something like that, 23, 24 years, which is a drag. Really nice palm, but that's the way she goes. Old man winter can be cruel, and it weeds out the wimpy plants. So if you have wimpy plants and you get a bad winter, that's what old man winter does. So nothing's too much of a shock or surprise to me. I'd be very shocked if these bit the big one in the winter. If those got damaged or killed in the winter, the palms behind me, but there's no damage on them. There's no damage on those things. They're absolutely flawless. And even after the coldest winter, you think, oh, God, there's going to be some damage on them, but it just never happens. And in those cold winter days, the fronds turn darker green and they kind of fold inward, and then when the temperature rises again, then they open back up. So I think it's their coping mechanism with cold. And Fatsia leaves droop, rhodos droop, and deciduous plants, well, we know they lose their leaves before winter comes anyway. But I don't really like too many deciduous plants. There's a few I can handle. If it was like a pawpaw tree, I like figs because they do have beautiful leaves on them. We have figs with huge leaves. I like macrophyllum, the large leaf magnolia, and silk tree, mimosa. There was a cold hardy spinach, perennial zeal spinach, and really, no way. I wonder if it's hardy enough here, super nerd. I wonder if it's cold hardy enough to survive here on the Gulf Islands, this far north, in the Great White North. Remember, I'm in the Great White North. As much as I hate snow. Oh, God. Winter sucks. Anyway, the plan is if and when we sell this place, we we buy a house in Cowichan Bay or Maple Bay, which is just by Cowichan Bay, which is beautiful, and then go down to Mexico and look for a place down there. We'll look for a place in Mexico, down in the Baja, and maybe spend a couple of months down there, a few months in the wintertime, and then rent it out to have a vacation rental. That's Wendy's plan. That's what she wants to do, and whatever she wants to do, whatever makes her happy. Happy wife, happy life, right? Isn't that the way she works? Happy wife, happy life. So I think you could try growing New Zealand spinach. We'll grow in Mexico. Cool. Well, the thing is, we have more options once this place sells. Once we have money in hand. But if we don't have money in hand, we can only think about it, dream about it, and talk about it, and it ain't going to happen. So it's fun to think about it, though. It's fun to think about, kind of like when you buy a lottery ticket. It's fun to think about all the things you're going to do if you won that lottery. Oh, you buy a lottery ticket. If this is a winner, I'm going to do this and that. I'm sure people think about it, and those people, some of those people win. But we'll see what happens. And it will be a sad day. I will be very sad when somebody does make an offer on this place and we accept the offer. We'll say, yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll take that offer. And then, so many months to move out of here. It'll be weird leaving this place where you actually drive away for the very last time and you don't come back in this garden. I'll be thinking about this garden all the time. I will always think about this garden, all the palm trees in the forest. I will have to show the new owners what they have here. That's what I would do. I would walk them around the entire property and I would say, this is this and this is that, and don't do this and don't do that, whether they listen to me or not. But I'll show them all the palm trees in the forest so they don't brush and cut them down, right? So, and they're very happy, healthy palms in the forest. They're absolutely beautiful. I'm looking at the tops of redwood trees right now, and they're big too. I'm going to say Well, maybe they're close to 100 feet tall. I say 70. I was saying 75. They may be 100 feet tall now. They're big trees, and those I'll miss too. And I won't be able to grow new redwoods in my new garden because our new garden's going to be a lot smaller. So there's certain trees we will not be able to grow because the space is going to be limited. So lots of palms. I'd like to have a fig tree or two in the corner of the garden. Uh, Maybe an olive tree. Wendy likes olives. And a bay tree. I'd have a bay tree. If neighbors are too close, we got to screen them out. So plant some bamboo along the fence. We'll see what happens. It will be exciting too, because we were looking at new houses. A couple of weeks ago, we went over looking at new houses. Yeah, we have pawpaw. We have a pawpaw in our garden, but it's just in a really dry area, and it's just I've had it for years. I probably bought it about 8 years ago, and it's maybe about yay high, and it just suffers. It's just because I got to move it. You know what? I should actually dig it out and put it in a pot because that's probably another plant I'd like to take with us. I bought it at the Van Dusen Botanical Garden plant sale from a friend of mine. So, but pawpaw is a nice tree, especially if you get some fruit off it. We have guavas too. We have two Feijoa Celowiana pineapple guava. We have huge loquat. Lots of fig trees. We have Guatemalan cherry too. We have a Guatemalan cherry tree that the caterpillars are eating. I got to keep cutting it back. It just grows like a freaking weed, that Guatemalan cherry. And then we have apple trees, we have plum trees, and we have pear trees, and we have grapes too. Oh yeah, and kiwis. These drought-resistant pawpaws in Florida, different breed. Oh yeah. Mine's more of a northern one. Mine's more probably from Ontario, southern Ontario, maybe just south of the border. I know they're in the northern states too, Virginia and all that. There's lots of pawpaws. So I've never eaten the fruit from a pawpaw tree. I heard it's quite good. I think it's kind of custardy. So that'd be kind of cool to, get fruit on it. Fig trees produce like crazy here. I always there's lots of figs all over this tree right here has got figs all over it. And then we have about, let's just see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 fig trees. Or maybe 8. We might have 8 fig trees. I think we have 8 fig trees in our garden. Oh no, we have 10 fig trees because I forgot the ones down below in the garden. So we have 10 fig trees, right? So figs are really easy to grow. There's some really old ones on Salt Spring Island, and they produce prolific crops of fruit. They're very prolific, right? But they're drought tolerant. There's a place I look after. I do yard maintenance for them, so mowing and weed eating, and they have huge old fig trees there, just absolutely loaded with figs. So a certain time of the year, which is coming up soon here on the Gulf Islands, you will see roadside fig stands, and people park their vehicles on the side of the road, and they all set up farm stands, and they sell figs, fresh figs. And down the road from us, there is actually a fig farm. It's about, I'm going to say about 5 miles south of here. There's a fig farm on the same road I live on. Yeah, they have a lot of fig trees. I think there's about 180 fig trees, something like that. And then the other part of the property is an apple orchard. So apples and figs. But figs off the tree are, to me, super yummy. A lot of people don't like figs. They say they look too gucky inside. But you know what? Don't eat with your eyes. Just eat. Eat the figs, man. And I think they're good for you too. Figs are interesting. The seed, I think, is on the inside of the plant. A strawberry is on the inside of figs, the seed is on the inside of the fruit, right? Isn't that the way it is? They're in there, right? But a strawberry, the seed is on the outside of the fruit. That's what I meant to say. A strawberry, and do we have strawberries? We have wild strawberries here. Strawberries have the seed on the outside of the fruit. My figs survived in northern USA, Massachusetts, near Maine. Nice. Now, did you have to bend them down in the wintertime? Because I know there are people in southern Ontario that try to grow figs, and they got to bend them down in the wintertime and protect them with mulch. That's what they do. They mulch them. So here, I'll show you. Let me just unplug this, and I'll show you what we're talking about here. Let's see. Walk over here. Here, there's a fig right there. There's a loquat in front of it. So there's fig, loquat, and then there's some guavas down there that are hard to see, pineapple guava. And And then I'll show you the Guatemalan cherry. You should try Guatemalan cherry. They're evergreen. Never lose their leaves here, but these freaking caterpillars are eating the tops off of it. That is Guatemalan cherry right down there. That plant right there is Guatemalan cherry. And it produces fruit. And like I say, evergreen, but the leaves on the top of the plant are getting stripped off from these stupid caterpillars. Nasty little things. I should have sprayed some BTK on them. I've been blasting them off with water. That's what I've been doing. I've been blasting them with water, and it kind of keeps them at bay for a bit. Layers of rock and grass clippings. Okay, cool. Right on. So you can do it. That's nice, man. That's pretty awesome that you're growing them up in the New England states. Awesome. That's good to hear. And some figs are pretty hardy. I think Desert King, and then there's another one, La Tarula. Desert King is a hardy one. La Tarula. There's Cadota, Brown Turkey, Blackjack, Peter's Honey. I'm trying to think what other figs there are. There's Valdez. There's a lot of different types of figs, right? We have several different types of figs. Some of ours have massive leaves on them, just massive, and they're pretty easy to grow from cuttings too, right? Fig cuttings. So I actually have one in my vehicle right now, a little cutting that I have. My Isu purple figs. That's now. Do they produce there too? Super Nerd, do they actually produce for you there? You're getting fruit for them? Sometimes if we're lucky, we'll get 2 crops. So the first crop you'll harvest, and then after that, you'll see more figs coming for a second crop. But you need a really mild winter for that one. You will. You'll hopefully get figs on them. They produce young. I'm looking at the one in the pot here too. No figs on that one yet, but they produce very young, which is a good thing with figs, and they are self-fertile. And I don't know of any diseases that bother them here, which is a good thing. They're very, I'm going to say, disease resistant here in this neck of the woods. Deer do eat them. If you have deer, the deer will eat the leaves off them. Caterpillars have not been bothering them. That's a good thing. I grow Chicago Hardy. Oh, cool. Chicago Hardy. Nice. That must be hardy if it grows in Chicago. Wow. Yeah, that would. Yeah, I mean, I think most all fig trees are cold hardy enough for Salt Spring Island. I've never seen a fig tree get killed in the winter here. And there's big, there used to be a lady on the west side here, and I used to pick figs off her every year. It was 30 feet tall and about probably 25, 30 feet wide. Massive. It was planted in 1971. It was huge. The trunk on it was huge. The new owners came and cut it down. It's gone. They cut it down, man. Hardy to zone 5B. Wow. That's cool. So people in Toronto can grow that. So does it stay hardy above the ground? Like, does it freeze back? Evergreen figs die. There are no evergreen figs that will grow here. I don't know of any evergreen figs that will grow here, like Ficus benjamina or Ficus bengliensis. Ficus carica is this one. Ficus elastica. All of those evergreen figs are way too tender for this part. They're not going to grow in this part of Canada or any part of Canada. California, maybe the southern Oregon coast, you're going to get away with some of them, but no evergreen figs that I know of here growing in this area. Oh, it does die to the ground, but it comes up again. Okay, interesting. Right, very, very interesting. Yeah, what's amazing what you can do with a couple of zones worth of protection, right? You just mulch them. It's kind of like Musabaju bananas. Throw some mulch on those Musabaju bananas, and there's Mark Lattisour that grows them in Ottawa. Do you have Pakistan? No, we don't have any mulberries. People do grow them here. A lot of people grow mulberries, and I've eaten mulberries off the trees. We grow goji berry. We do have goji berry. I've got videos of our goji berry on here. So goji berry. We had blueberries, but they just dried out and died. They're just our yard is just too dry. But I do love mulberries. They're so good, very, very good. They're black. A friend of ours had a weeping mulberry in their front yard, a big one. The black goji berries native to Russia. Yeah, ours aren't black goji. Ours are orange goji, native, I believe, to Mongolia. Somewhere up there, right? Ours are the orange ones. And a lot of people dry them, but I like to eat them fresh off of the plant. They are yummy. Good for you, too. High in antioxidants, right? High in antioxidants, which is really good. Okay, I'm going to have to move this umbrella right now. Hang on, because the sun is starting to blast on me, and it's very hot. Very, very hot. Okay. Hopefully that's. Yeah, the sun is just really intense. There we go. I have goji berries in zone 6B. Yeah, they're very cold hardy. Extremely cold hardy. You should try, hey, Jesse, you should try growing some kiwis. There's some hardy kiwis that'll work there too. Actinidia, it's the called Arguda Isaiah, I think it is. And it's like the little one, the little hardy kiwi. Then there's Kolomakitka, which is Actinidia Kolomakitka Arctic Beauty. That one might work where you are too. So try some of the hardier kiwis. We have Actinidia deliciosa, the big fuzzy kiwis, and the vines are really big. Planted those 3 decades ago. Yeah, you can grow kiwis there. So look for the hardiest kiwi, and they're actually self-fertile, which is really good. Night Guy Cal, it's 55 at 2 a.m. at the moment tomorrow, ADF. That's what it was. Yesterday we're up in the 80s. Right now we're about 75. And low temperature last night was in the upper 50s, 55, 56, something like that. It's really warm here. Actually, got down to 15. I can tell you what it was, 15 degrees. That was our low temp this morning when I got up. So I think that's upper 50s, somewhere around there. But yeah, it's been really warm here. We haven't had rain in over a month. Forest fire is high, probably now extreme. I think it's maybe stage 3 water restrictions. 30. Yeah, we've been in the 30s the last few days here. 19 at night. Yeah, it's been really warm. Yesterday what were we the other day? 30, 30, 32, 33, something like that. It was too hot. Too hot. Too hot to work in. It was actually gross. I have to work out in it. I don't like it, man. It just sucks. I have a hardy Kiwi guy in Vermont, has a huge farm of them. Cool. So he has the super nerd. He has the self fertile ones, right? Self fertile kiwis. I got 2, but they died. I'm gonna get some new kiwis. Yeah, buy some potted ones. That's what you got to do. Buy some potted ones if you can. I mean, your local nursery probably sells them, or ask them to get some in. That's the hardy kiwi, self fertile. The fruit is like a big grape. They're about like that size, and they're actually really tasty. As where mine, I have a male and a female, and the male pollinates the female and harvests the fruit after the first frost in winter, and produces a lot of fruit. A lot of fruit. There is a commercial kiwi farm in Saanich on southern Vancouver Island. I've seen it before. I've actually seen the kiwi in the store. So, but it's good, and the kiwi lasts a long time too. You can actually store it for a long time. But yeah, tomorrow's going to be cooler here, thank God. I think tomorrow's only going to be like 19 degrees. Oh, I pray it rains. There's not a cloud in the sky here. It's really, really nice out there. The temperature's nice right now, and the humidity is very low. And but rain would be good to water things down. But working in the sun and the heat does suck. So yesterday I cashed out at 12:30. It was just way too hot. We've gone 30 days without rain. Yeah, it's probably like us. We haven't had rain since April. We haven't had any rain since April. So it's been a while. It's been it's more than a month here. It's one of the driest, I think probably one of the driest Mays on record for us. It's been a dry spring, but it was actually a cool spring until it started getting warm. Silver vine kiwi are very weird looking. Silver vine kiwi. What's the Latin name for that? Actinidia what? That's not the Kolomakitka. Is that Arctic Beauty? Is that the one you're thinking of? Arctic Beauty, that's what I'm thinking of. It's got splashes of white on the foliage. So, okay, so the really hardy one um, has smaller leaves, and the Kolomakitka has leaves I think about this size called Arctic Beauty, and the leaves on ours are about this size. We have the fuzzy kiwi. I think the leaves on ours are about that size. They're well, I could go cut one off and show you. Actinidia polygama. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'll be right back. I'm going to go cut a kiwi leaf off, and I'm going to show you what ours look like. Hang on. Hang on. I'll be right back. Hang on, folks. I'll go get you a kiwi leaf, and I'll show you. And the thing with these kiwis, even the leaves are fuzzy. So this is what Actinidia deliciosa leaves look like. So, and I cut some of the stem off, but it's red. You see, so this is the fuzzy kiwi, and actually the leaves are fuzzy. So it's pretty good size leaf. I got big hands, but you can see that's what a fuzzy kiwi leaf looks like on the Actinidia deliciosa, the big fuzzy kiwis. So, Joe, did you see my post to your Facebook group? No, I didn't see that. I haven't been on there much. I have not been on Facebook much. I'll have to go on there. I posted a picture of what did I post something on there? Oh, the eucalyptus in bloom the other day. I think I posted a picture of the eucalyptus in bloom, and then I didn't look at any response to any comments or anything because I just have not been on Facebook. I'm more on Twitter. I'm on Twitter every day, and I post on Twitter just because Twitter's not censored. So there it is. But I'll have to check that out. King palms, cool. That's pretty neat that they're growing in the UK. I've seen them growing, pictures of them growing in Oregon, Brookings, Oregon, but I've never actually seen them in person. But I've seen photos of them. I've seen queen palms in Brookings, Cygrus romanzophiana, but Arcanto phoenix, Cunninghamiana. They were nice ones growing in Brookings, but next time I go, whenever that may be, I'll try to get to take some, go down there and take some photos or videos of them. I have a lemon tree that only produced one amazing well. Since then, it has grown flowered. That's it. There is anything. Oh, that's interesting. Ours always gets fruit on it. Our lemon trees. We have 2 Meyer lemons. Fertilize it. Just get some fruit tree food for it. Water it lots. Hopefully, it's not root bound. I don't know if it's in the ground or in a pot, but I did step ours up to bigger pots, and they're really happy. A guy who runs Edgewood Nursery in Maine has those rare kiwis. Oh, that's cool. Right on in Maine. Gotta like that. But Steph, try to fertilize it. Get some fruit fertilizer, fruit tree fertilizer, or go to your local nursery, garden center. Say, do you have anything that can help my citrus tree produce fruit? I mean, if it flowers, it should get some fruit on it, right? Like I say, we do have 2 of them. We have more than one citrus. We have a citrus. There's a citrus right here behind me. That's a flying dragon. Where is it? You see that one? That's flying dragon right there. But that's a really hardy one. But our Meyer lemons we bring in the basement when it gets really cold. But they're blooming like crazy, and each plant has some lemons on it. Wendy takes the lemons off and uses them. Okay, cool. That's the link to my post. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Cool. Yeah, I haven't been. I really have not been in there much. Like rarely go into Facebook, but and I do have people that kind of run that group for me, just because there's a lot of. I think it's up over 20,000 members now. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I think it's probably getting close to 21,000 members. I'm sure. So that's a good thing. Lots of people out there like exotic plants and palm trees. There's nothing wrong with that, right? So that's cool. King palms in the UK. What part of UK? I'm guessing southern UK, or are they actually in London? Are they in around London? Because they're pretty tender palms. They don't really like a whole lot of frost. They could probably take some frost, short durations, but not a whole lot of frost. So I'm going to say probably more south coast UK. I bet south coast. Yeah, cool. Mild down there, like our friends in Torquay right now. Our friend, she's British. She lives here on Salt Spring Island. She went to Crete, and then she's over, and then she went to Greece, and now she's in Torquay, in London. Oh, cool. So how's it doing? Pretty good. Yeah, they wouldn't have a hope in hell here. It's like Kencha palms would do good there too. We have Kencha palms, but they got to come in the wintertime. Not going to work anywhere in Canada. There's no way, no hope in hell a Kencha palm will ever grow anywhere outside in Canada. Maybe it might make it through a winter or two over in Tofino. Yeah, try that, Steph, and see what happens. But I'll have to do a video on our. I'll have to do a YouTube video on our Meyer lemons. I've had them for forever. They sure smell good. The blossoms on those things are spectacular, and they're down on the one of the accommodation decks. So we have an accommodation at that end of our house, and that's where the people hang out on that deck where the tree fern is, and that's all you smell. I was down there watering the tree fern just about half hour or so before I did this live stream, before I started it, and you can just smell the citrus. You can smell the orange blossoms or the lemon blossoms. Quite a few kentia palms outside year round. Yeah, they wouldn't. I've had mine out through 2 winters. It survived outside, really mild winters, but every other winter it's got to come in, and I had it pushed up against the house. They were the mildest winters where the lowest temperature hit minus 1.2, and one year it didn't even get to, I think it didn't even get to minus 1, and I pushed it up against the house, and it did make it not a problem. Even had some snow on it, but this past winter, nah, it would have been dead. Last winter before would have been dead, and most every other winter probably would have been dead. Right, just too cold for a Hawaii Forstiniana. Is that how you call it? Forstiniana, native to the Lord Howe Islands. Got one right here. I'll show you a small one. Keeping it watered well. This one is really loving it. You know what? This palm is actually doing better outside. We have two bigger ones in the front garden, but these palms, there's 3 palms in here. It's a cluster of 3, and I bought them for like $14. It looks like it could use some fertilizer. See some deficiency here on the fronds, but you know what? The cat ate a bunch of the ends of the fronds off, so Wendy had to trim it. It was in the house, so she booted it outside, and this thing now is absolutely thriving. Look at it. Absolute beautiful palm. I love kentia palms. They're so nice. They do smell amazing, Steph. They really do. I just love citrus. And you know what else smells really good too is jasmine. Jasmine vines are unbelievable. You know what we have blooming right now in our garden that smells good is Pittosporum. Pittosporum tiburii. And it's blooming right now. I'm trying to think what else we have that smells really good that blooms. So jasmine, Pittosporum, orchids are finished blooming, but they don't smell very good. None of ours do anyway. Clematis armandi was good. Anyway, so this will have to come in the wintertime. I bought this at Home Depot for $14 last year, I think. And a much happier plant outside in the garden. It's on the sun deck, right? So I think I have to transplant it. It needs to be transplanted soon. But the key is keep them watered. They like the H2O. Oh, there's a butterfly. And so many swallowtail butterflies around here. I love it. But yeah, it's nice to have fragrant things. Oh yeah, you know what else smells really good too? We have a lot of it around here is Daphne. Daphne odora. There's one right by our kitchen door. And then Wendy has a bunch of them in the garden. So Daphne odora. Abstract Tom is in there. Lemming Hater. Good to have you in there. Long time no see because you were in here yesterday. That's a good thing. My lantana smells amazing. Oh, lantana. Oh, yeah, those are nice too. Those are actually annual here. You're having McDonald's. I have had not McDonald's for a long time. Last time we went to McDonald's, I don't really ever eat at McDonald's. So we were kind of really starving. We were on the way to the ferry about 6 months ago, and it was in Sydney on Vancouver Island. And the closest thing to us to get a fast food was a McDonald's. So we pulled in there and I got a quarter pounder, and it was absolutely the worst quarter pounder I've ever seen and eaten. Absolutely love jasmine. Steph, try a jasmine outside. They are awesome. I love the bark on eucalyptus trees is cool. We have a lot of eucalyptus trees on our property in our garden, but the biggest ones we cut down. Look, there's a caterpillar eating this. Hang on. Got rid of him. Unbelievable. Yeah, the bark on them is quite unusual, and it's quite different on a lot of them. You should grow cold hardy elephant ears in Canada. Yeah, I wish I could. It's just too dry here. They would wither away. I don't have enough water to keep them happy. The soil is pretty shallow here. We're on very rocky soil. I've tried them before. Trust me. When I moved here 30 years ago, I had cannas all over. The deer were eating them, and they just kind of withered away. It's just so dry. In the summertime, they get burnt out along the edges of the leaves, and they weren't good. But you know what? At our new location, if and when this place sells, I could grow some canna lilies. Calla lilies. I was in a garden, was it yesterday? Yeah, I was in a garden yesterday, and she had these huge calla lilies in bloom. Xanthodecia ethiopica. And wildfires in the UK are getting pretty bad. Oh, there's wildfires there too? Jeez. Speaking of Nikau, Cal, I was looking at the Nikau palm in our greenhouse, and the leaves are splitting now. It's got split fronds on it. It looks really good. We'll have to do a video of that. Maybe tomorrow when I'm down there watering. Hey, Barefoot Gardener, how are you doing? It's a good day in paradise here. No complaints. The air is clean. The air is fresh. There's no smoke around here, so that's a good thing. Do you have any temperate forest climate trees with smooth bark? Um, Abstract Tom, try Stuartia pseudocamellia. You'd like the bark on that one, a Stuartia tree. Look that up. Oh, I know another one. How about a paper bark maple? Look that one up. Acer glyceum, paper bark maple. Okay, I have Canada's and elephant ears and gallows. They need to be watered. Yeah, I can't do that. It's like the tree fern. I have to water it every day, and it's just like it's too much. Um, so anyway, yeah, try that one. Paper bark maple. We have one of those in a pot, and we also have Stuartia pseudocamellia. Very nice bark on them. Smoke from Canadian wild can be seen all the way in Chicago. No way! Wow. Barefooted gardener. What was the video? I need to watch this video. I want to be up on this video. What video is it? I have to check it out then. And right? Like it. Smoke from I like Seven Suns trees. I like Seven Suns trees too. What's Seven Suns trees? I don't know that one. Seven Suns trees. What species is that? I'm not too sure what it is, but it sounds kind of cool. How about the tree of heaven? Um, what's it called? Tree of heaven is it's right on the tip of my tongue. There's a massive one growing right across from where our shop was. Um, oh God, Tree of Heaven. Somebody looked that up. My mind went blank. Angelica tree. What the heck is it? What's the Latin name of it? What's the Latin name of Tree of Heaven? Somebody Google that for me, please. I planted a tropical border among the weeds. Cool. Heptacodium. I know heptacodium. There's one growing in our park, and it's not a common tree, and they actually get nice white flowers on them. Heptacodium. Yes, I know heptacodium. There's one growing in Centennial Park, and I actually have YouTube videos of it here. Up in the Scottish Highlands last week, 25, which has caused massive fire. 25C. Wendy's favorite country, Scotland. That's where she's from. Well, that's her heritage. You planted a tropical border among the weeds. Good man, barefooted gardener. That's the way to do her. A tropical border. Yeah, heptacodium is not very common here. That's the only one I really know of, and it's growing in Centennial Park. It was planted, man, a few decades ago. Could chaya plants grow in your? I'm not too sure. Chaya. I don't know what a chaya is. I'm not too sure what it is. Chaya. I don't even heard of that one. Is it edible? Edible leaf. Cassava. Oh, cassava. Edible leaf cassava. Cassava. Maybe I have heard of it. Cassava. The smoke from Canadian can be seen all the way. That's crazy. So you're getting a lot of smoke down there, right? Yeah, the east has been really engulfed in smoke, and there's a lot of fires burning back east, Nova Scotia, and where else? Where else are they burning back there? But I know there's smoke in New York. I think they have smoke from those fires. Toronto, there's lots of smoke. So not good, man. As long as the jet stream doesn't pull it this way. Usually it doesn't, but we have had smoke too. We have a lot of smoke in PA. Is that right? Wow, that's not good, Jesse. Don't try not to breathe all that stuff in, man. All those little particles are really bad for your lungs. The smoke can be seen all the way as far as Kansas City. Holy cow. There is a cold hardy potato that might be perennial in here. It's called James potato. Really? A wild potato. Hazy. Yeah, no, it's crystal clear blue sky. There's a very slight ocean breeze, which makes it feel nice. We can see the smoke from Canada here, but it's also wow, that's crazy. In England, their tree of heaven, Ailanthus. That's it, Ailanthus. They do harbor the spotted invasive. Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah, tree of heaven though. They are pretty nice trees though. They get really nice flowers on them. Yeah, so far so good. No smoke. There's the sky. You can see the beautiful blue sky. You can see the trees around out here. It's just nice and clear. So it'd be nice to get some rain, though. I wouldn't complain if we got a torrential downpour. Wouldn't that be nice? A torrential downpour overnight. If I wake up tomorrow and it's raining, I'll be happy. They are fast growing, and I think they spread too. Barefooted gardener, they grow like weeds. The one that's growing across the street from my old shop, and I do have videos of it. It's coming up all over the guy's yard. It's a massive tree, like a sumac. Jetstream brought it across to northern Europe. Yeah, so the jet stream's keeping it away from us here out on the west coast. Oh, there's blast off in there. Mike, kiss the baby. If there was a baby here to kiss, I would kiss the baby, but there's no baby here to kiss. I know what I'm going to have after this. I'm going to have some sherbet. I bought some ice cream sherbet yesterday. It's a good day for that. The sun is starting to get to my beyond the umbrella. I got a patio umbrella up. See the patio umbrella? That's what's shading me from the sun right there. But I'm going to have to adjust the umbrella because I can use this kiwi leaf. I can use this kiwi leaf to block out the sun. I can use this kiwi leaf to fan myself. There's the kiwi leaf. Beautiful leaf. Yes, dear, like I'm 8:21 there, 6:21 p.m. Pacific time here on the Southern Gulf Islands. Oh my God! You know what it just said? I just said rain, and you know what it said? It comes up on my thing, and it says rain tomorrow. It actually says rain tomorrow. Joe, we had lots of smoke here yesterday. Still a little smoky. I feel for you guys with that smoke, man. We had smoke. Fires can be seen as far south as Tennessee. The smoke. Wow. Well, you know what? We had smoke. There was a couple of years where it was really bad for about 5, 6 days. We had really bad forest fire smoke here coming from Washington and California and Oregon and British Columbia. It was just really bad. Well, it says rain tomorrow. That's what my thing is saying here on the internet. It's funny I just mentioned that and it just popped up. It says rain tomorrow. So, well, I'll believe it when I see it. And if it does happen, you know what? I don't have to water the garden. But how much rain? You open the window. I got dizzy. If you, oh, no way. That's bad for you, man. Really bad. Ryan D, buddy, glad you are staying in the Northwest after you move. Yeah, Ryan. Yeah, we're looking at Cowichan Bay, and which is on Vancouver Island, looking at Salt Spring Island. But you know, we are looking at Mexico too, like for winter time. But we're going to stay in the North Pacific. Some places in Southern Ireland have red alerts for bad air quality because of the jet stream bringing the smoke. Wow. And you know, Eastern Canada is really not that far from Europe. I think it's only about a 4-hour flight. Do mesquite grow? I don't know of anybody that grows that. That's a desert tree, isn't it? Like Texas mesquite or something. I don't know of anybody that grows mesquite in this area, but I'm guessing it would be hard enough because people grow olives here. We have commercial olive farm with 3,000 olive trees. So if olives grow here, I think mesquite could grow here too. You know, I mean, I don't know how much water it likes all summer, how much water it can handle in the winter, but a lot of the soil here is very well draining on Salt Spring Island. There are wet areas too. I mean, if there's some areas with very good moist soil, deep soil, but like our ravine, down in the ravine, but I don't garden down there. I just have palms growing down there. But I didn't like it when we had the bad air quality. I don't know if it was last year or the year before. It was absolutely brutal. I do have videos of it, the smoky sky. And, you know, you'd be driving to work and the sun's trying to burn through that smoke. Screw bean mesquite is cool. Okay, very cool. Screw bean. Never heard of it. Heard of mesquite, though. Good type of elephant ear for your location is pink. China elephant ear. Well, something I have to try at our new place. Again, I've tried them before. The other year, Seattle had the worst air. Yeah, you know what? And Seattle probably had the same smoke that we had too. So it was coming down because Seattle's not that far south of us. It was coming down from the interior British Columbia, and then it was also coming with, and you know, there was forest fires burning in California too. There's about 8 different olives they grow at the olive farm. 8 different types of olives they grow there. Air quality, yeah. I drove past the olive farm. When did Wendy and I drive past there? Monday. Oh, the olive farm is absolutely beautiful. So you got the south slope on the south end of our island, and the whole thing is just manicured olive trees. Thousands of olive trees. They're absolutely beautiful. It's like an 80-acre olive farm, and there you can drive a tractor between the rows. I mean, the trunks on them are probably, I guess, maybe about this big, something about like that. They're pretty good sized trunks now, and they're all pruned and trimmed. They look absolutely beautiful. Like George and Sherry really look after their olive farm. You should get a walking stick kale. Oh, I know those ones. Yeah, I've seen those before. Or yeah. I know those ones. I have never grown it before there. That's like the cabbage tree, isn't it? Kind of like that. I know the one. Walking stick cabbage. In my area, the forest preserve is so thin enough to prevent fires. That's a good thing, Abstract Tom. Did take you did take photos of it, blast off? No videos? No videos for your YouTube channel? Yeah, no, it's I'm so glad the air quality here is good right now because when the forest fire smoke was here, it was really bad on my I could feel it in my eyes, my throat was really burning, my lungs, my nose, it was really terrible. And excuse me, Wendy suffers asthma. And if people that suffer asthma, they really feel that forest fire smoke, the air quality. 11% of your area. Wow. You should watch the drone footage of our house. Like there's a link. Go to the property guys. I should find you a link here. I should find it. Hopefully I can find it. Let's just see. The property guys. I'm going to find you a link to our place. Let's see what we can do here. Our listing should come up. Ah, there it is right there. Ha ha. Popped up right away. I'll put you a link to our house. You can see the aerial. They actually have a drone footage, and you can see how much forest is around us as they take the drone. You can see the ocean. Let's see here. There it is. There's a video in the link here, guys. So here's a listing. Here's a listing of our house, and look at the drone footage of this. Like so, at the bottom of this page, you'll see it says video. Watch the video, and the drone footage is awesome. You can see how much forest is all around our place here, and you will see the ocean too. You should grow Ethiopian kale. So tropical, cool. Would it survive here though? The birds were going nuts yesterday. I bet blast off. They probably don't like that smoke. They probably do not like that smoke. The air wildfires made my air quality really bad in Illinois. That's what Abstract Tom is saying. Yeah, no, it's not good for anybody, man. It's probably even if you have good lungs, it probably totally damages your lungs. It's probably like smoking like 5 packs of cigarettes a day, right? I mean, I can really feel it. I don't smoke, and I've never smoked, but I'm sure that's what a smoker feels like after smoking a couple of packs of cigarettes. They probably felt like the way my lungs and nose and everything felt. It was just awful. It was just the worst. But anyway, there's a link to our real estate, and you can yeah, you see the drone, watch the video, and they were here for a few hours doing the drone footage, and you can see, how much forest. Just look at the vegetation around us. It's really green. So if there was a forest fire, we'd be screwed, man. We would be screwed. There are big trees all around us. Yeah, well, we're right across the street from the ocean, so we just walked through a trail down to the beach, right? It's really very nice, really nice, secluded, white crushed shell beach there, right? So I don't know how much drone footage they got of the garden, but yeah, really, it's really high up there. Yeah, well, we're 160 feet above sea level, if that's what you mean. 160, I think we're 160 feet above sea level, something like that. Not super high. People that are higher than us. Trust me, one of the houses I maintain, the guy that owns Country Grocer, he must be 1,000 feet up, right? 1,000 foot up above sea level. And there are palms up there too. There are palms way up on top of the mountains, way up there. You should grow a Cuba. Oh, we have that stuff. We have lots of that stuff. I used to go to my last location. You can't kill that stuff here. We have big ones in our, well, I won't say big ones. We have, they're probably about this big, something like that. They grow like a weed here. We have the gold dust Cuba japonica. I think we have 3 of them. And then, a couple of the houses I look after have big ones there, really big ones, but the deer love them. There's no, yeah, there is some of my palms growing in pots. I don't know of any in the ground of Mount Maxwell. It's too cold up there. That's 1,900 and that's just under 2,000 foot. It gets really cold and windy up there. I don't think there's any palms at the top, but there are some palms partway up to Mount Maxwell. I know of big ones in the Cranberry Valley, which is quite high elevation, but it's not on the top of Mount Maxwell. I've never seen one on your property. Can you make it? You've never seen what on our property? A Cuba? Because the Cubas are hidden by huge fatsia trees. I'll take a video of a Cuba. I think I do have videos of a Cuba here. And my last place, when I lived on the mainland, I had big a Cuba right in front of my house. It was probably as tall as me. I bet you it was post 6 feet tall. Yeah, Cuba japonica gold dust plant. Yeah, I'll do a video for you of a Cuba for sure. After I finish this YouTube video, I'll shoot a video of the Cuba. They're very drought tolerant, super cold hardy. But like I say, deer eat them. You got to protect them from the deer. And they do get orange berries. And yeah, fully cold hardy plant here. Nice broadleaf evergreen. My favorite part of the garden is the Oh, you like the cactus patch? Yeah, that likes this weather. The and I do actually water it. I was sprinkling it with water. The agaves are looking pretty good. I'll take some cactus with this. That's what I'll take. My latest broadleaf evergreen I'm testing is Prague viburnum. Oh, viburnums are nice. I don't know Prague viburnum, but we have viburnums in our garden. We have some really nice viburnums. Matter of fact, I'll show you a really cool viburnum right while we're here. This one's blooming or just about to bloom. Do you ever see this one? Look at this one. This is a viburnum. It's just finished blooming then. Right there. That is a viburnum, and it's evergreen too. We have two of these ones. This is an evergreen viburnum with round leaves on it. It's absolutely beautiful. Don't ask me the name, but you know what's on it? Caterpillars. Don't like caterpillars. So that's a viburnum. All right, my favorite viburnum we have in our garden is Viburnum rotidophyllum, is the leather leaf viburnum. And we have a tree of it. It's probably, I'm going to say 15 feet tall. And do you grow, no Norway spruce. No spruce allowed to grow in this garden. I will not allow any spruce in this garden. So Wendy knows no spruce trees allowed. They don't do well here anyway. Have you heard of Indian olive, tropical autumn olive, Elaeagnus angustifolia? That's Elaeagnus angustifolia. That's the Russian olive, you mean? No, that's a Russian olive. Is that one gets it's deciduous, and there used to be two big ones in the park. Ended up cutting them down. They got too big and out of hand. Yeah, they don't grow much. You don't see a lot of Norway spruce around here. Some blue spruce, but not very good. That's cool. Almost looks like euonymus. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? We have lots of euonymus here, and we do have lots of different types of viburnums. Definitely lots of types of viburnums. So my favorite is rotidophyllum, leatherleaf viburnum. We also have viburnum plicatum, or no, viburnum tinus, which is evergreen. We have a big viburnum tinus in the garden. We might have plicatum, and then we have this one, and I don't know what it is. We have two of these. I haven't got a clue. Wendy bought them. Air quality in Jersey is the equivalent of smoking 6 cigarettes a day at them. No way. Oh my God. I was talking about smoking with somebody today. I think it was with one of the guys I worked with. It's like, how can anybody afford to smoke? You know, and no, I'm not going to knock anybody that smokes, but you got to be rich to have a smoking habit, because here, a pack of cigarettes, it's about $220. Isn't that what it is? Yeah, it's 200 and something bucks. It's $20. I think it's $20 a pack. I think for a pack of cigarettes. Yes, how bad? Yeah, it's really Elaeagnus latifolia is Indian olive. Okay, I know Elaeagnus angustifolia, Russian olive. So you have it bad there. Well, hopefully the smoke will go away. It's not good for your lungs there. You know, if you probably have to stay inside. I don't even like being outside. I was out riding my motorbike, and that it was. I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but we had a few days of really bad haziness, and it was just absolutely gross. But anyway, back to the Russian olive. So Russian olive, the one I know, it grows in Edmonton. It grows in dry regions in BC, in the desert regions. It's beautiful. It almost kind of looks eucalyptus-y, but it's deciduous. And they look better in a drier, hotter climate than here. But they do grow here, but not a common plant. That's called Russian olive. It gets little yellow flowers on it and little fruits. And I had it actually, my last property, I had a Russian olive in the garden. So if you can't grow a eucalyptus tree, you could grow Russian olive. But they were messy. I remember them very messy. We had two big ones growing in Centennial Park, and they asked me to get rid of them. So I cut them down with a chainsaw. I just watched the drone footage video. Lots of trees in the ocean. Yeah, lots of trees. See what I mean? Trees everywhere. Those are all Douglas fir, grand fir, western red cedar, western hemlock, and there's some Pacific yew in there too. And arbutus. Lots of arbutus. And the arbutus trees are these ones. See behind me? Those are arbutus there. Lots of arbutus trees. Those are the broadleaf evergreen trees there behind me. They're really nice. I like them. They're my favorite native tree. Have you ever seen ivy gourd perennial cucumber? I probably have. We don't grow it, but I probably have seen it. I've never tried sprouting it though. But I know ivy gourd. I've seen gourds. Those are the ornamental kind of like squash. Oh, that just reminded me. It's coming back from the roots. Wow, very hardy. What you know? Which one you need to try that's just more cold hardy than that is Eucalyptus debuzzavillii. Try the Jonama snow gum. Jonama snow gum, in my opinion, is more cold hardy than Neglecta. It's got waxier, hardier leaves, and it will grow where it should grow where you are. Also, parvula is a good one. Eucalyptus parvula. I have Eucalyptus yeomanii in the garden that has not been damaged yet. It survived the winter of 2008, which was a really bad 1 week freeze, and it was a lot smaller. How cold hardy is it? Eucalyptus debuzzavillii, I bet you at least near 0 degrees Fahrenheit, 5 to 0. I'm going to say 5 to 0. The top of the tree. It's very cold hardy. Eucalyptus debuzzavillii, look it up. Jonama snowgum. I believe it's the most cold hardy of all eucalyptus trees. And then Neglecta's hardy. Do they really grow like? Yep, I've had not debuzzavillii, but I've had eucalyptus grow 6 foot in one season. Eucalyptus nitens, I've had grow 6 foot, maybe just over 6 foot. Nitens shining gum, and I had to cut them back. They're getting too big. I cut our nitens down. They're sprouting up from the bottom again. I cut them off. I'm trying to keep control of these eucalyptus trees. We have a lot of eucalyptus trees here, ones that we didn't cut down, and I got to keep them under control because they grow like weeds. You should try it. Eucalyptus debuzzavillii. Look up. I'll spell it for you. Here. You got to spell this right. Then you have to Google it and just look up the cold hardiness. That's it. Jonama snow gum eucalyptus. Try that. You see, well, try going. If it's warmer in your part of the state and proof is in the pudding, that plant should survive then. No, I haven't even been watching the weather down there. Is it cold? Really? Because it's been hot up here. Hello, food forest, permaculture, and earthlings. Good to see you in there. Hope all is well over on the big island. Soon I may be your neighbor if this place sells, but it hasn't sold yet. So I still have to hang out on this little rock over here. Hello, Jesse Barr. Good to see you in there. Hope I pronounced that right, Jesse. But yeah, well, I did say Stephen left a comment. Stephen, my friend in Idaho, left a comment on one of the YouTube videos. He says, sorry, I missed the live stream. I said, Stephen, I will try to do a live stream. This was yesterday. I will try to do a live stream tomorrow. And this is tomorrow, for Thursday. And so I'm doing a live stream. 19 in Los Angeles next week. Get out of here. I haven't seen our forecast next week. I hope it's raining and cool. Let's see. Let me just see what our forecast is. 7-day. I pray for rain. I hope all next week is wet. Well, actually not too wet because I got to work outside it. Let's see what it says here. It says, nope. Friday says rain, 18 in rain. Saturday, 23. Sunday, 25. Monday, 27. Tuesday, 25. Wednesday, 22. So I'm seeing rain, but I don't know how much rain. I don't know how to swim. You don't know how to swim. Well, you just jump in there and you hope for the best. Have you seen the speculation that those fires were started by climate change? Yeah, they were started by arsonists. Yeah, he says climate change, right? It's arsonists. It was a woman that started them, I believe, and they caught her. Didn't they catch the lady that started those fires? Yeah. Sunday is 18 is high in Los. Unbelievable. That's cool for Los Angeles. They probably like that. Probably feel good to them. That is, yeah, that's crazy. I believe they caught a lady that started those fires in where is it, Alberta? Is that where are they burning in Alberta? Yeah, it's crazy, eh? Stupid people, man. But then you get the prime minister, he blames everything on climate change. You blame it on a pyromaniac. That's what it is. Anyway, I'm just grateful there's no smoke here because we've had our fair share of smoke in the past, just not this year. And maybe this year will be a good year with no forest fire smoke. But like I said, there is a forest fire burning right now on Vancouver Island, northwest of here in Port Alberni. And how it started, I don't know. I'm not going to say lightning because lightning's pretty rare around here. I just saw the most disgusting video of a shark killing a guy of swimming in the a shark killing a guy. What? No way. Where was that at? Wonder where that was. Must have been in the tropics. Although there's some guys in the Alberni Inlet last week. They shot a video of a nurse shark. It was a nurse shark, big one, 7 foot in length or something like that. Cameron Lake fires. Yeah, that's where it is. And how were they started? Do you know food forest permaculture? A few weeks ago, Prince George had smoke. Really? So they had smoke up in Prince George too. This summer we had 60% above average conditions. Wow. Yeah, no, this summer we have 60% chance. But yeah, I don't know what ours is going to be like. I can't see that far in the future. Our summers are dry here anyway. It was in Egypt I stopped watching before. Oh, there is sharks there. Oh, no way. That'd be his last swim. That sucks. Was that YouTube? I'm amazed they didn't censor it. Yeah, people do get eaten by sharks. Even on Maui, there's lots of tiger sharks. There are lots of them. Was that in Hurghada, Egypt? Yes. Oh my God. That's actually a video. Somebody actually shot a video. Imagine that your husband or girlfriend or wife's going out for a swim and you happen to be filming them and then a shark comes along and grabs them. I mean, it happens. I think about that all the time when I'm swimming on Maui because there's lots of tiger sharks on Maui, lots of them. And you can actually, there's shark finder. Some of them are tagged and they have little sensors on them with GPS things on them. You know what I mean? Like trackers, shark trackers. And you can follow the sharks around Kihei, Maui, and it'll show you how many sharks are around in that area. I've been to a resort 3 miles, but no way. Yeah, when we on Maui, there's been shark attacks too, Cal. There's been shark attacks while we've been there. People killed by sharks on Maui, eaten. And not eaten, actually. They take a bite out of them and they bleed to death. That's what it is. The shark doesn't actually eat them, but maybe bites your leg off or bites the side of your stomach out or something like that, and then you're toast, right? And a lot of these guys are surfers or they're paddling out on their surfboard and they kind of look like a turtle from below, and then the shark thinks they're a turtle and takes a bite out of them. I don't swim in open ocean much. Yeah, I swim here. I really swim. Yeah, we swim here, and the lakes are really nice here too. I see something behind me floating around. I think it's a butterfly. Yeah, the ocean here is nice on the west side. Was that a butterfly or a dragonfly? That's a dragonfly. Hello, dragonfly. I love dragonflies. He's buzzing around here. Wendy paints dragonflies. Last night I put recycles out and a mask. No way. Was that bad? Mask and goggles. Wow. So you prefer pools. You'd like lakes. Lakes here. We have 11 lakes on Salt Spring. They're really nice. It's because the Russia and Eastern Europe tourists don't take swimming in the sea seriously. Float, splash. So that attack. Oh, really? So it was in the sea. What sea was it at? What sea is over there? Is the Red Sea or something? What sea did he get eaten in? And what type of shark was it? I'm curious what type of sharks they have in Egypt. I had no idea there were sharks in around Egypt, but I know now. I'll remember that if I go to Egypt, but most likely I'd go to see the pyramids if I went to Egypt and the Sphinx. I don't know if I'd go. Well, you know what? I'd probably go in the ocean. Great white sharks, they like cooler water. You know that, right? But they're all over the place. They'll go in warm water too, but there's lots of them off coastal California. And once in a blue moon, they can be spotted off of the west coast of Vancouver Island. Great white sharks. They are around. There's Caterpillar eating Wendy's. Eating Wendy's. You stupid thing. Just so done with those things. See you, Joe. See you, Ford Food Forest Permaculture. Have a good night, and thanks for popping in. Anytime, you're always welcome. It's the Red Sea. That's the Mediterranean Sea. So there's sharks in the Mediterranean Sea, too. Tiger sharks, I think, are one of the most aggressive, and Hawaii is known for tiger sharks. Shark in that attack, the tiger shark in that attack was pregnant and attacked. What? Was that a tiger shark in the Red Sea? There's tiger sharks? There's tiger sharks. You're kidding. Wow, that is crazy. I had no idea there was tiger sharks. Oh my God. That is insane. I had no idea there's tiger sharks out there. As long as you don't splash around, that's what it is. You're attracting them. Do we have tiger sharks in BC? No. It's too tropical. They're tropical sharks. They want warm water. Any ocean. There's sharks here, but I don't think we have any really dangerous sharks. I've used to catch sharks off the dock. Um, we have sharks out here. Mud shark. I used to catch the dogfish. Mud shark. Biggest one I caught was 4 feet in length, and I used to catch them. I used to go down to the dock at night and jig for a shark, but I'd let them go. I'd always catch shark and let them go. Aren't orcas aggressive? There's transient orcas, and then there's the regular orcas. But the transient orcas, they come through here. Well, they eat seal and they'll eat other whales too, like minke whales. We killed a whale in our harbor one time. No tiger sharks here, so we have to worry. Aren't orcas aggressive? Some are probably, maybe not towards humans. Yeah, they're not aggressive towards humans. Seas, oceans are surrounded by land. Seas are oceans. Yes, they are. But we have the ocean around us. We have the Pacific Ocean. Yes, the Red Sea is a tropical sea. Water gets up to 90 in the summer. Wow. Same as the Gulfs. Orcas are beautiful, though. Yes, I've seen lots of orcas around here. I actually have YouTube videos of orcas in our ocean. Here, I'm going to flip around here just because it's there. The sun was in my eyes. Yeah, I've got videos. One time I was going over on the ferry, and I've seen lots of orcas going over to Vancouver, to the mainland, right? But because it's a lot open, more stretch of ocean there. But from Salt Spring to Vesuvius, or Vesuvius to Crofton on Vancouver Island, I saw orcas out there, and I happen to have my camera, of course, so I shot a video of them. So I actually do have YouTube videos of the orcas out in the ocean. I also have lots of footage of gray or humpback whales in Maui. I've got a lot of really good footage of humpback whales slapping their tails in the ocean on Maui. But I love them. There's lots of dolphins here too. There's white-sided porpoise dolphins, and then there's Dall's porpoise here, dolphins. So we have a lot of dolphins here. Orcas are beautiful. I've seen. Yeah, so that's right on the ferry. What's the biggest whales we have in BC? The biggest one I've seen was a gray whale that washed up ashore in front of Moby's Marine Pub, and it died. And it was 40 feet long. It was freaking massive. It was a 40-foot long gray whale. It was huge. The biggest thing I've ever seen wash up on the beach here. And then the Coast Guard came, and they had to get a tugboat to tow it out to the ocean. Shark attack was in Sal Hashish. No way. Wow. I have to look. So is that on YouTube? Is that what it is? So a shark attack in Egypt. I have to go on YouTube after this. I know that sounds kind of gruesome, but they'll probably take it off. I might be going there later this year, but I haven't booked. Oh, cool. Nice. That'll be awesome. Yeah, we're not going to go anywhere these days. We're going to wait and see what happens here. We're too busy working. And Wendy works. This time of the year is a busy time of the year for us, so we really can't go. If your home sells, you're going. We're going to go to Vancouver Island and look at a place in Mexico too. So look in southern Vancouver Island near the ocean, Cowichan Bay or Maple Bay, and then go down to Mexico and look for a place down there too. But the house has to sell first. If it don't sell, we don't go nowhere. We just stay right here. Stay right here, and I keep live streaming from this garden like I've been doing for a long time. So, but we had an offer already, Mike. Somebody did offer us something for it last week, but we turned it down. Somebody did offer us to buy this place. They wanted to buy our place. They put the offer out there, and we says, no, not good enough. We don't want that little for it. So we want what we're asking. So, because we're not in a hurry to sell, we really like it here. This is a beautiful place. So if it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell. What does the cost of living look like where you're looking in Baja? Cheaper than here. Way cheaper than here. It's Laredo, Mexico. Laredo, Mexico is way cheaper than Salt Spring's expensive. I would think phone plans and stuff are probably way cheaper. Oh yeah, totally. Shame all the work you put in. I know it is, but we want to downsize, Mike. We want to get something smaller, brand new. We'd like to get like a brand new house if we can, and then we'll just start a new place. But as we get older, we don't want. I don't know if we really want to be here when we're in our 70s. We want to be on Vancouver Island where there's more stuff to do, and we're over there anyway, and it is cheaper. Vancouver Island is cheaper than here. Salt Spring's really expensive. It's cheaper to buy a house for us over there than here. What kind of palms will you plant if you move to Mexico? Well, if we move to, well, no, I don't think we're going to move to Mexico, but like buy a place down there, like maybe an apartment or a condo. So I don't know if we'll have a lot of room for planting palms, but we'll have to see. Jess, we have to wait and see when we sell this place how much money we actually have left over when we buy a place on Vancouver Island. So if we buy a place over there for like say 850,000, then we're going to have, a good chunk of change left over. Then we could probably buy a house in Mexico or a condo with a small yard. And, I would definitely grow Bismarckia. That'd be one palm that I plant is Bismarckia nobilis. And, maybe a nice Brahia armata, something blue, maybe a coconut palm because there's lots of coconut palms there. So something like that, but definitely a Bismarckia nobilis. That's what I would plant if we did go to Mexico. I'm sure cheaper in Vancouver. Yeah, Salt Spring Island is very expensive. I mean, there's tourist areas on Vancouver Island too, but Salt Spring is just a very high cost of living. Would you change the channel name? Yes, I would call it Banana J Big Island. I think that's what I'd call it. I'd change it to Banana J Big Island because right now it's Banana J SSI, Banana Joe Salt Spring Island. I would go Banana J Big Island because we call Vancouver Island the Big Island. That's what everybody calls it here, Big Island. Right, I'm on the Gulf Islands, and if we're going to go over for the day to Vancouver Island, we're going over to the Big Island. So Banana J Big Island. What do you think? That works. Lipstick palm. Cyrostachys renga. Sealing wax palm. Yeah, they're nice. Here they call it the island. The island. Yeah. We call it the Big Island. Here were the Gulf Islands. Still have, yep, they look like terrible though. They just, because I never watered them last year, so they shrunk down to nothing. They're like about this big. They're just terrible. They droughted out last year. We had 125 or 30 days with no rain. They got no water and they just basically died from the drought. I just couldn't water them because, I couldn't waste the water on them because we had too many people staying in the B&B, and the B&B is more important than the bananas. Did you see Biden is having Trump arrested? Biden is having Trump arrested? What? For what? Oh my God. Biden is just as bad as Trudeau. 7 feet tall. Nice. Yeah, no. Ours, I was looking at our banana. It's probably about this big. This is actual federal charges. No way. Unreal. Biden. That's to the tip. That's pretty cool, though. That's pretty good size. 7 foot. Yeah, no, our bananas don't look good. First time in American history. Trump is going to be arrested. Wow, this is something a third world country would do. Yeah, something Canada would do. I water and put cow, Oh yeah, you put cow manure on it. Good for you. Smart. They like cow manure. Going after your biggest political opponent. Unbelievable. Oh, I don't like Biden. Oh, there's a hummingbird. There's a hummingbird right there. Love them. I'm in the mood for some sherbet. Well, Canada didn't arrest Bernier. Yeah, to remember. Exactly. Well, Trudeau needs to be arrested. That's who needs to be arrested. It's a crazy world out there. So yeah. Anyway, if and when this sells, I will let you know. I will shoot a video of the. Oh, there's a dragonfly behind me. Ah, this guy loves it. Look at him. He's right there. See him? Right on the ledge. Right there. He's up in the palms now. I will shoot a video of the for sale sign with a sold sign on it. Did you ever do drone video of your place? No, I don't have a drone, but they did that for us. The real estate people did that. Lobster compost is cool. It enhances the red color of the. No way, really? Crazy. That's most are smaller. Yeah, ours is not. Our banana is a pathetic. The musabaju we have is really bad. They went from gigantic bananas to the tiniest little musabaju on the face of the earth. But it's still alive. Will I dig it out if we move? Yeah, I probably will dig it out. And yeah, Wendy probably doesn't want me planting bananas there. She thinks they look too messy in the wintertime. You know what? I'm kind of bored of bananas now. I've been growing them for so long, and they're just like, they're no big deal. Because, so many people grow bananas around here. It's just like before, when there's hardly anybody ever growing bananas, like I'm growing them, and a couple other people in the Palm side are growing them back in the 1980s. Like, look at, we're growing bananas, and everybody's blown away by bananas. But all the stores sell them, nurseries sell them, our grocery store where I work sells them. It's like everybody seems to grow bananas now. It's like palm trees. Palm trees are everywhere. Trekkie car, you're not like shocked when you see a palm tree here anymore. Yeah, bananas are really easy to grow. There's no challenge to grow musabaju. So I don't know. if I'll grow them or not. Probably not. I'll probably use our space in our smaller property, if we get a smaller property, to grow more palm trees. Lots of Trachycarpus palms, Fortunae, and lots of Wagnerianus. I will have a nice grove of Trachycarpus Wagnerianus palms. I'll plant like 20 Trachycarpus Wagnerianus palms, nice ones, maybe more. I bet I was the first person growing. You probably were. I know I was the first person on Salt Spring to grow bananas because I brought them to Salt Spring Island. I actually brought bananas. I introduced the Musabaju to Salt Spring Island, so that's why they're here. So bananas look nice, but warmer. Yes, on the island, have you considered Langford? No, I don't want to go to Victoria and stuff. It's pretty expensive down there too. Too busy. We really like Cow Bay. Cow Bay is absolutely beautiful, and you got a nice view of Salt Spring Island. So yeah, there's lots of big palms in Langford too, but there's lots of big palms in Cow Bay. Even in Crofton, there's lots of big palms right across the water from Salt Spring. There's a lot of palm trees. I mean, there's lots of palm trees on the Gulf Islands too. But yeah, in Crofton, I know where all the big ones are hiding. And in Cow Bay, I came across those 25, 30 footers, 3 of them in a guy's garden. Pennsylvania, I know of a house that's 10 foot tall. Wow, that's pretty cool. That is very cool. The Thai black bananas are nice. Yeah, or Musa itinerans, right? The giant jungle banana of Yunnan. Oh, you know another plant I would take if I move is Cycas panchuensis, the Chinese rare Chinese cycad we have. I heard of a Washingtonia by the ferry terminal and I looked for it. No, at Swartz Bay in Vancouver Island. No, the cordy lines there are dead too. There used to be 2 huge cordy lines at Swartz Bay, and they are toast, done, dead. They're coming up from the bottom. No, I've been there tons of times. I go to Swartz Bay. No, there's no Washingtonia at the ferry terminal. Maybe by the ferry terminal, but not at the ferry terminal. Maybe in someone's private garden that they protect. There used to be one out on Land's End Road, I think. I don't know if it's still there. It was in a private garden. Maybe that's one you're referring to. Oh, dog scratching. Hang on, he wants outside. Hang on. Yahoo. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hi, come here. You want to say hi? This guy needs a haircut. So anyway, Wendy goes to Langford every 6 weeks, and she takes this guy to Langford. He's going to yawn, aren't you? Are you going to yawn? She takes this guy every 6 weeks to Langford, and he gets groomed. And there's lots of palm trees in Langford, right, Caillou? He looks like a little fuzzy bear right now. You going to yawn? He's missing a few teeth. He's going to be 11 next birthday. So, 5-year-old golden. I love golden retriever labs. They're nice dogs. So, this guy is 10, aren't you? He's very protective of Wendy, though. But he's starting to get pretty shaggy. Can you say hi to everybody out there? You going to go out in the yard? You going to yawn again? Hey, his tongue's hanging out. He's 8 pounds. Actually feels a little heavier. Might be 9 pounds. I think he's gained a bit of weight. Gave him some steak trimmings for dinner. Right? You want to go down? You want to go down? You want to say hi? Hey. Okay. See you later. Langford is by Victoria. Full of palm trees. The whole town is full of palm trees. Yeah, dogs are awesome. You taking any, no taking any larger windmill palms with us. Everything in the ground here, these palm trees stay. I will not dig any big palms out. No, forget it. I'll just plant small ones at our new place. I'm not going to bust my back taking these things out. They go with it. Somebody's paying what they are with this for this house. It's good money. They get all these palm trees. Yeah, I've had lots of big dogs. I've had tricolor collie, German Shepherd, Lab, Border Collie, Doberman. I've had dogs. I've always had dogs, right? I grew up with dogs. The smallest dogs we had, my ex-wife had a Bichon. This is actually the smallest dog I've ever had. This guy right here, this Yorkie, Wendy's baby. We've had wiener dogs, dachshunds. We've had beagles. What else have we had? We've had a lot of dogs. I've had a lot of dogs over the years. My favorite dog, my best dog was my Doberman. Steak trimmings, that's great dinner dogs. Yeah, no, he loves it. So I bought some Australian beef today, barbecued it. Wendy barbecued it, and I cut off some trimmings for him. No, Kahu is named after Kaho'olawe. Kaho'olawe is the smallest of 8 Hawaiian islands. I will spell it for you. Kaho'olawe. This is how it's spelled. So we call him Kahu for short. Kaho. Where is that? Did that go in there? Kaho'olawe. And actually, there should be a space between that. That's how Kaho'olawe. That's how it sounds. Kaho'olawe. Kaho'olawe. That's the smallest of 8 Hawaiian islands. So is your dog. He's a male. Yeah, he's fixed though. We had 2 golden retrievers, now golden retriever yellow lab mix. Oh, those are good. He's a mix too. Yeah. I've had a German Shepherd lab mix. Oh, and it attacked me twice. Oh man, yeah, you don't want it to get attacked. Yeah, that's a bad thing when they start attacking people, because then they're going to attack other people too. So, yeah, got to put them down. I live on my own. I want to get a beagle. Beagles were cool. I had those when I was a little kid. 2 of them. We had 2 beagles, and that would have been in the late 1960s when I lived on Lulu Island. We had these 2 beagles, and I think they're hunting dogs. I just remember them barking a lot. My mom's friend got her. No way. Oh, no, I don't want a dog that bites anybody. Bad breeder. Yeah, yeah, I would not. That would be the worst thing to get attacked by a dog, man. That'd just be awful. I would not think about that. I'd probably put it down myself. And I love dogs. If a dog attacked me or my wife, I'd probably put it down. Yeah. It's very, very dry here. It's very dry here. It's been since April, since we've had rain. So tomorrow it says rain though. That's good, Cal. Rain. Belgian Malinois. Cool. Sounds like a cool dog. It bit me in the face twice. What? No way. Oh yeah, no. That's a dangerous dog. Hey, Kahu, come here. He gets pretty aggressive though when I try to get near Wendy. Like if she's sitting on the couch and I come to try to give her a hug or something, he's like, ah, like he totally is like he's like in attack mode. Like he really is protective of her. Don't leave any scars. So thank God. Yeah, I mean people get attacked by dogs and get killed by them. So, and it's scary. Dalmatians, yeah. Oh, really? Dalmatians are pretty high strung dogs. My Doberman I had was the nicest dog. It was so nice. My Doberman, Susie. She was like the sweetest little dog. And then we had a border collie too. Border collie was really nice. So my Doberman had put down. She got sick. What happened to her? She got really sick. She was 9. Was she 9 years old? Something like that. It was sad. Really sad. Sad to get a dog put down. But if a dog bites you and it starts biting other people, maybe not so sad. That's not a good dog to have around kids, especially if it ends up injuring some kid or disfiguring some kid, biting them in the face or biting their arm or biting them in the neck. It'd be pit bulls. I hear a lot of bad things about pit bulls, but our friends have a pit bull, and it's actually the nicest pit bull you will ever meet. He's like, our dog can be a total a-hole to their nice pit bull, and their dog's name is Kona. So named after Kona on the Big Island, I presume. Super sweet pit bull. And it's how you look after the dog. I think it's how you raise the dog. It's like having kids. Some kids can turn out to be total, dillweeds, just like animals. If you treat them good when they're young, they're probably going to be good dogs, right? If you treat your kids good when they're young, when they're kids, they're going to turn out to be good people, right? If you, abuse them, then they're going to maybe turn out to be, you're mean to them, you smack them around, they may turn out to be total a-holes, right? Hey, Palm Planet, how's it going? You're in there. I'm going to go for probably 2 hours. I got 20 minutes left on the clock, and it's quite nice out here. It's 7:04 p.m. Lots of pit bulls here in Surrey. Friendly. Yeah, no, there's lots of friendly pit bulls. I've never been chased by a dog. Wow, you're lucky. Yeah, pit bulls are pretty tough dogs. Anyway, Palm Planet, hope everything's growing well there in DC. Going well, horrible air. Yeah, I heard the air quality is bad. Fires, here's the sky is blue here on the islands. The palms are green. Well, we got the sun shining in here so you can see the palms there. And I just got the computer flipped around just because it's the sun is going to set in a couple of hours. I mean, it was like 9:30 last night and it's still light out, right? What's up? Sky blue here today. Oh, good. Blue sky is good. It's 7:05, low humidity, and they are saying rain tomorrow, so we'll just have to see what happens. If it rains, it rains. I'll be very grateful. Yeah, I will be very happy. I helped my uncle load up his truck. Firewood is really. Oh yeah, good. You know what? You're preparing, being proactive, smart. Load up that wood, get her dried out for next winter. 3:05. Oh, 3:05 a.m. Oh, right. I forget you're in England, right? We heat our house by fire. And same with us, Jesse. We only heat with wood. So I split 4 cords of wood. I guess it was just about 4 cords of wood. I have a lot of firewood. Matter of fact, you can probably see some of it here. I don't know if you can see some of the wood. You can see some of the wood down there. There's piles of it. There's wood sheds full. So I do a lot of wood splitting every year. And we have one of our sheds filled with eucalyptus wood. It's really nice. I think I got to go get some sherbet. You know what I mean? I'll be right back. Guys, focus on the palm trees. Chat for a minute. I'm just going to grab a scoop of ice cream because I'm dying for some ice cream. You okay up there? All right, guys. I had to get my sherbet because it's warm out here. Hey, nothing better than sherbet in an A&W mug. So let me spin this around again because frickin' sun, this sun is really annoying. I got to move this umbrella. The sun is right in my eyes. If you can see me. There we go. Spin it around this way. Oh man, I got a dusty screen. There we go. A&W. I cannot believe how dirty that screen is. Holy smokers. Dusty. Last 2 days we've had been super hazy. It was alderwood. Oh yeah, we have alders in our ravine. Mostly 70s. Do you know what kind of wood you use? Yes, Jesse. We use Douglas fir, we use arbutus and eucalyptus to heat our house. Yeah, and there's a little bit of maple in there too. Lots of eucalyptus. Canada has been brought over here by the jet stream. Air quality is obvious. Yeah, no, the jet stream is terrible when it pulls that smoke down on top of you. I know the feeling. We've had forest fire smoke here before. You guys like sherbet? That is good. Last year we had super haze because the winds blew smoke in from California. That's what we had. We had smoke from California one year too. Yeah, well, hopefully this year we'll escape the smoke. The last few years we've had smoke, but it only stays for several days and it's gone. We're fortunate to be out here in the islands because a lot of times we will get some breezes coming off the ocean to blow it away. But it's a real drag when you have smoke on a sunny day because you can't see the blue sky, and you want to sit out there and relax, and you don't want to be breathing that crap in. I wonder what it does to the plants. Do you think that smoke affects the garden? I mean, it definitely affects our lungs. Do you think it has any impact on plants? I wonder. We know plants clean the air, though. Do you know one of the best air cleaners for your house? Tropical plant is Sansevieria. You know the snake bow or mother-in-law's tongue? That's one of the best ones for air cleaning in your house is mother-in-law's tongue or Sansevieria. Or China. Hey, barefooted gardener, how about China? They burn tons of coal there. Tons of coal. That'd be awful. I couldn't imagine. Yeah, you live kind of in India. Surrey, there's lots of East Indians there. You're lucky you got curry. Probably good East Indian restaurants too. I love East Indian food. I love authentic East Indian food. I think the stomata close when it's smoky. Really? I have one of those plants outside in the patio. Oh, Sansevieria. There you go. Yeah, they're nice. Butter chicken. Oh, yeah. Butter chicken with garlic. Yes. Love butter chicken with rice. Biryani. No, I don't know what that is. Biryani. Sounds good. I want to try it. What is it? Give me the dirt. What is it, Tiki Traveler? What's in it? I'm guessing curry. It's probably got curry in it. Wow. Yeah, I know where you live. There's tons of them. Lots of Indians immigrants to the UK. Amazing Indian restaurants. Yeah, you're lucky. I love that's one thing we don't have here is an East Indian restaurant. There's actually not a lot of East Indians on Salt Spring Island. We rarely see them. Hmm. I would love to go to a good East Indian restaurant. There used to be one in Langley on Fraser Highway. Foodie Phil took me there years ago, and it was a smorgasbord. It was like I think like $13. Eat all you want, and they were authentic. It was so good. This mixed with biryani is a mixed rice dish. It is made with Indian spices, vegetables, rice, and usually some type of meat chicken. Oh man, that sounds good. Tiki Traveler, that's what I like to eat. Tons of Indian restaurants in our town here, lots in DC. Oh really? Well, you're lucky. I bet you there's lots of good places to eat in DC. Mm, that would be so cool. Mm, Indian food truck on. I don't know if they're still there. I didn't think they were still there. There used to be one in town, and they're really good. Are they still there then? Because she is actually East Indian. He's Canadian. And actually, I got a YouTube video of them here on this channel. And I didn't think they were there anymore because I've eaten there a couple of times in the past, and it was really, really good. It's called Ganges Grill. All parts. Oh, really? Interesting. Is that in the food court? Because there used to be an East Indian place in the food court, but I didn't think they were there anymore. Yep, that's them then. Yep. She's East Indian. And I do actually have YouTube video of them here. Hmm. Really nice people. They actually gave me a free lunch one time because I made the YouTube video of them cooking. So they gave me, they said, Joe, on the house. Where we moved to? Yeah, well, we're looking at Cowichan Bay. That's where we're looking at Cowichan Bay, Maple Bay. And like I say, we already had an offer last week, but we turned it down. Somebody did offer us, wanted to buy this place. We said, nope, not enough. Sorry. So we're waiting. We're asking what we want, what we're asking. So Cowichan Bay, Maple Bay, somewhere around there, most likely Cowichan Bay, and then look down into Mexico too. We're looking at Mexico after we buy a place on in Vancouver Island. Mm-hmm. That's the one, Jesse, Rainbow Road. Yeah, at the food court. Look, Oma Restaurant. Don't know where that is. Omja? Never heard of that one. I should know where that is. Hmm. Where is Omja Restaurant? What road is it on? Never heard of it. It's actually Rainbow Road. It's actually off of Rainbow Road. Yeah, it is on the food court. Rainbow Road in Lower Ganges. Oh, so it's the one on Rainbow. Okay. That's the food court. That's like all food carts. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know Thailand. Yeah, yeah. Wendy really wants to get a place in Cowichan Bay. Um, she's looking at Laredo. That's where she really's got her heart set on is Laredo, Mexico. Buy a place down there so we can go down for the winter. Not if we're going to move down there permanently, but we would if things go really sideways in Canada. If Canada becomes full communism because of the dictator that's in power, then we might have to. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, we want to own our own land. That's the thing. Wendy'd want to own her own land or condo or apartment or whatever, right? Wendy's plan is so buy a place in Cowichan Bay, like a new house, downsize, smaller yard, brand new house, and then go down to Baja, southern Baja, Mexico, buy a condo or a smaller house or an apartment or whatever. Go down there for a few months in the winter or a couple months in the winter and then rent it out. No, no, it's not even near Lake Cowichan, not even close to Lake Cowichan. A lot of people confuse it. Cowichan Bay is right beside Salt Spring Island. Look at Cowichan Bay. Look up Cowichan Bay on a map. I miss your videos of ranting about the communist leader. Oh, I can't stand the communist leader. You have no idea. I have to watch what I say here. They might close down my YouTube channel. You mean the communist dictator slash tyrant? Turdo. I can't stand him. So I get my blood just boils when I think of him, just the stuff that this guy's getting away with, and he's still in power. So I don't want to get into it, but you know what? If things go really sideways, it would be nice to have a place somewhere else where you could actually escape the communist regime, right? Yeah, I can move to Italy too, but is it any better in Italy than here? That's the thing. It's dark out. Oh, your grandma lives in Cowichan Bay or Cowichan Lake, Jesse? It's dark outside. Night. Oh, really? Yeah, no, it's nice here. Look at there's the sun. Look at that, man. It's blasting in here. Look at that. It's a beauty. It doesn't get dark here till probably just about 10 o'clock, like when it's really dark, right? Because last night it was like 9:35 and it was still light out. Oh yeah, you know what? I like the Italian leader. She is good because she hates Turdo. I'm not a huge fan of Europe though. Yeah, I've never been. I think the Italian prime minister doesn't. No, she doesn't. I like her. I totally like her. You know, I'm not into the woke stuff either. Europe is very in line with that. Is very in line with the WEF. And oh yeah, no, I'm so against all of that stuff. Some people don't even know what WEF is. You know what I mean? I worked with a guy. He never heard of the WEF. It's like some people have no idea because they probably never talk about it on mainstream news. But you know, if you watch the real news, you'll know about the WEF. The evil villain up on top is Klaus Schwab, right? Don't like him. And then Turdo is a puppet, a marionette of Klaus Schwab. So Klaus Schwab's pulling all the strings. Like she's a good leader, but the continent as a whole is not great. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I've never been to Italy or Europe. I would love to go to Europe and see what it's like. I'd love to see the history there. See, foreigners can own land in Thailand under business name. Oh, okay. Is that the way it works? And see, if we're looking at Baja and it's completely different than the rest of Mexico, it has different rules. It's easier to have land, to get land there, and just you can bring your own vehicle down there. We left the EU. So a lot of that wokeness has been reduced, but we need to vote out bad policies such as Sadiq Khan. Who's Sadiq Khan? I've never even heard of that name. That sounds like an East Indian chef. Sadiq Khan. Who is Sadiq? Am I pronouncing that right? Sadiq Khan. Who is that? Is it an East Indian chef? Or is it a leader of land in Mexico needs to be placed into our trust, which is not in the Baja, I don't think. The Baja is different. Look at the Baja. The rules are different on the Baja. We're not going to mainland Mexico. We're going to Baja, which is just, you go Tijuana, Ensenada, Rosarita, then you go way down there, Laredo, Cabo San Lucas, Los Cabos. I heard Italy is amazing. It is. Everybody I talk to that goes to Italy absolutely loves it. And that's where my roots are from, right? My relatives are in Italy, southern Italy. But yeah, so I think on the mainland Mexico, it does Tiki Traveler, but I don't think Baja is like that. It's different. Spain is kind of left wing too, though. since it's so Catholic. I think Italy's Catholic too. Um, yeah, Italy, the food, the people, the culture, the history. Even in England, I mean, go to England, the history there. I watch these guys metal detecting, and they go out into these fields and they're finding coins that are 1,000 years old. Cinque Terre, the five villages, Amalfi Coast, absolutely. Yeah, I hear good things about that place. People love it there. It's the mayor of London, and he really Terra's normal thing, and they push. No way. Oh God, that's terrible, Cal. Tiki, I had no idea. I've been to Ireland 3 times. Yeah, I love it there. Yeah, I've never been to Thailand, but it sounds like a nice place. Other way around land, which needs to be in trust. Yes, any property, you have to be within 30 miles back from the ocean in Mexico, but it's not like that. Um, it's not like that in the Baja, but it's like that on mainland Mexico. You have to be, I think, 30 miles inland from the ocean before you can own land if you're not a Mexican, right? That's the way it works. So, but different in Laredo. You can own land, I believe, right on the ocean if you want to. But yeah, so Spain is pretty lefty. Italy isn't. I didn't realize Baja had such. Oh yeah, it's different to Mexico. That's why we're looking at that. Look up Laredo. The Laredo's a really nice town. We have a friend that's a world traveler. She's over in England right now. She was just over in Crete, and then she went to, I think she was in Greece, and she's the one that told us about Laredo. She says she could live anywhere in Mexico, it'd be Laredo. She says it's absolutely beautiful. So we looked it up and it's like, wow, Wendy fell in love with Laredo, Mexico. But we haven't been there yet. I've been to Ensenada. I've been down the Baja, but not that far down. And I've been over to Cozumel and the Caribbean side, right? But Baja is different. You can bring your car down there easy and all that stuff. So Baja California, Mexico, and you can drive right down there, not a problem. The people themselves in Spain are as woke as Canadians, liberal Americans, British, just the government, we're left. Interesting. So there's lots of woke nonsense there too. I'm so done with the woke. I really don't care if people want to, if a guy wants to dress up in a dress, that's his thing, but don't be shoving it down my throat or kids' throats. Don't be teaching kids about that in school. They don't need to know about that stuff, little kids. Italy is also nice. You could grow coconuts there. Really? No way. Lampedusa. Where's that? That must be in the south somewhere. Or is it over in Sardinia or Sicily? So my dad's family comes from Ardori and Reggio Calabria on the toe of the boot. I always say the toe of the boot because here's Sicily right here, and here's where my dad's family lives right there. So they're kind of looking at each other right there, right on the Mediterranean Sea. And there's lots of palm trees there. I mean, I didn't see any coconut palms, but it's an island south of Italy. So it must be an Italian island. The woke stuff is big reason I want to leave the West, even, which is my opinion, the greatest country on earth, way more woke places like Mexico. Yeah, Mexico's not woke. I'm just done with it. Everywhere I look, there's these flags flying everywhere now. Everywhere. I'm just like, I'm so sick of the frickin' rainbow. It's not even funny. Trudeau's got them flying out in front of his office. He has LGBTQ flags flying in front of his office in Ottawa. Can you believe it? He's supposed to have the Canadian flags flying there. Like, what's with this guy? Why does he want to promote it so badly? I don't get it, man. I wish somebody would kick that guy in the hiney so hard. Ugh, it drives me crazy. Drives me crazy. Anyway, I should wrap this up pretty soon. It's already just about 2 hours into this live stream. I cannot believe we've been live streaming for 2 hours, 1 hour, 59 minutes, and 14 seconds. But anyway, yeah, the woke stuff, and like I say, I have nothing against gay people. I have nothing against trannies and all that stuff, but don't shove it down my throat. You know what I mean? I don't shove that I'm straight down your throat. So don't shove it down my throat. I'm even interested in the Middle East to escape the craziness. A lot of people want to escape it, man. Yeah. Spain is left, but not as left as Canada with Justin Castro or liberal Americans. Yeah, terrible. And I think Biden's pretty bad too. I saw Pindo palms, Camaraps, and Trachycarpus in central Italy. Yeah, I saw also queen palms. I mean, I've seen videos of queen palms there where my relatives live. Lots of Washingtonias, Butias, date palms all over the place. I'm trying to think, but I did not see any coconut palms. Fun to try one though. I mean, once in a while it can probably get cold down there, huh? For sure. But I mean, it's probably rare that it snows. But island south of Italy, Lampedusa, Italy. I've never even heard of it. I have to look that up. So people live on that island. Yes, Nike, I imagine that people in Spain being obsessed with LGBTQ racial issues. Yeah, you know what? And yeah, I'm not a racist. I don't care what you do. If you want to, like I say, if the guy wants to dress up and wear a dress, that's fine. But you not shouldn't be allowed to go into the women's washroom. That's wrong, as far as I'm concerned. Prevent wokeness. Catholicism. Italy is Catholic, right? I'm going to say the majority of the religion there is Catholic, right? But I like the lady in Italy there, the prime minister. She's awesome. I think she's the prime minister, right? Not the president, prime minister. When Trudeau was trying to push his woke nonsense on her, and she gave him crap. I'm sure she looked at that guy and said, "What are you talking about? Are you nuts? I mixed race, and I never even thought race being different." Kid, no, no. You know what? Yeah, they are. You know what I mean? It's everybody's blood's the same color. That's the way I see it. Everybody's blood is the same color. I'm no better than the Afro American standing next to me, or the Chinese, or a Martian. I don't give a crap what color your skin is. It don't make no difference to me. If you're a good person, you're a good person. Look at Justin Trudeau. He's white, and I hate his guts. He's an idiot. Oh yeah, those two. I went. Remember it. Those were in the high 40s. High 40s. Interesting. High 40s. So it'd be like San Diego. You know what? I think most of southern Italy's like I mean there's palms all over Italy, north to south. Depends. It houses more wealthy people in the woke areas of Spain. Yeah. Some people love that stuff. They just love this woke nonsense, right? And we have them here on Salt Spring Island too. There was some lady yesterday, and I missed her. She was standing with no clothes on in front of the hydro building, holding some sort of banner protesting something, but absolutely stark naked. This is what I was told by a couple of the ladies that work at one of the hardware stores. They said, "Joe, did you see the naked lady standing out there protesting something?" Oh, too bad I missed that. But anyway, so she's stark naked protesting something. So I don't know. I don't know what she was protesting, but there's always somebody. But you know what? People should have the right to protest too. But according to Justin Castro, he doesn't want people. Martians might have a different. Yeah, Martians might have green blood. We should judge people, and we should to make up for the people of color went through in their past, and we should judge people on their race to make up. Yes, well, it's like the natives here too, right? So, but I don't judge anybody. I'm not a judgmental person. I really don't. You know, if somebody's a complete dick, I'll call them out on it. And I mean, there are lots of dicks out there, but I've met, you know, like I've had lots of good friends that were blacks, and they're the nicest people in the world. Just like you know, me. I think I'm a pretty decent guy, but I've met, you know, some black guys that are total dicks, just like white guys that are total dicks, Chinese people that are total dicks. So it just depends on the individual, right? So I don't. I say everybody's blood is the same color. That's what I say. And I think past is past. You know what I mean? Like I don't judge Germans for what they did when they went through when they put the Jews through what they did. Doesn't mean all Germans are bad, right? It doesn't mean all Germans are bad. You know what I mean? The ones that were part of Hitler was. So that's not what I said. You missed the part above it because they say it's racist to. Oh yeah, they say it's racist to be colorblind. Yeah, I know. It's terrible, isn't it? So I don't see the people of color. I don't see the color of people's skin. I just see people for who they are. And if they're a nice person, that's all that really matters to me, right? That's all that really matters to me. We all bleed. We all bleed red, man. That's what I say. We all have the same color blood. We're all human beings. That's the way I see it. They banned MLK quote from college. MLK. I don't know what that is. What's an MLK quote? MLK. Thought there was going to be an I in there. Milk quote. What is MLK? What does that stand for? I mean, they ban everything nowadays because people get offended by so much stuff nowadays too. It's unbelievable. Everybody now is politically correct. You got to watch what you say. I don't watch what I say. I'm not really politically correct person, but so many people are. Martin Luther King. I have a dream one day my children will be judged by content of character. Yes, yes. Martin Luther, the great Martin Luther King. Yes. I have a dream one day my children will be judged. Good man. Yeah, he was black civil rights leader. He was indeed. And he got assassinated, which was terrible. They banned that quote. That is sickening. What the? That is terrible. That makes me sick that they do stuff like that. See, That stuff really makes me mad. Banning a quote like that. What is wrong with these people, man? What is wrong with them? Because it promotes color blindness. Do you have do you have just stop oil in Canada? Do they be causing problems here? The super glued themselves to the highway. No, we don't have that. We don't have that here yet, I don't think, Cal. They say instead we should judge them based on race because we need to blame white people. Unreal. Is that right? Yeah, that's not cool, man. That is not cool. I mean, I know the white people did some really terrible things to our native Indians here, and hey, I have some very good native Indian friends, and they like me just the way I like them. I just see them as people just like me. They have red blood just like me. Our blood's the same color. I'm no better than them, and I don't think they're any better than me, right? I just think everybody's equal. They also teach what is being on time for appointments work is white trait. No way. Unreal. That's so crazy, man. Unbelievable. I hate racist people. Racist people suck. Luckily, people took matters into their own hands and threw them out. Good. Yeah. Yeah, no, I just yeah, there are still lots of racist people out there, man. There was one time in the US they used to say down in Alabama in those southern states where black people would ride on this side of the bus and the whites would ride on this side of the bus or no blacks allowed in here. I mean, that's just absolutely crazy. I just like I couldn't that's never happened in Canada. I can't even fathom that stuff. Yeah, just unbelievable that people can be like that. They think they're better than somebody because the color of their skin. That's just so messed up, man. So messed up. Now they have racially segregated graduation. No way. Really? What is going on, man? This is 2023. That is just absolutely nuts, Jesse. And Biden lets that happen? It would not happen, man, if I was president or prime minister. No, I would not. God, if I was prime minister, things would be so much different. Things would be so much different. I tell you. Oh man, I'm into freedom. I'm into freedom, freedom of speech. Just the way things are going in Canada are just so freaking messed up. Banana Joe secretly hates me, but I like everybody. I get along with everybody. I do. And you know what? I don't have any enemies on Salt Spring Island. I get along with everybody here. When I walk through town, hey, 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 talk to. I can't even do a 5-minute grocery shopping trip because it takes me forever because I'm talking to everybody in the store, right? So it's better not to have any enemies. Enough politics. Let's talk palms. Let's talk palms. Well, you know what? The sun is going down. It's just look at it. Can you see that sun blasting through there? It is 7:33 p.m. Pacific time here on the Rock, and they say it's going to rain tomorrow, but I'm not seeing any clouds. Where are these clouds? So these clouds are going to have to come in tonight. I poured more peroxide in mine. Oh, you did? Okay, good. Well, hopefully they will revive. Sometimes that helps. Some people put some copper sulfate down there too. They often do that to butillas that lose their spears. But I've never really had luck with butilla, losing their spears. So I'm not doing any more butillas. Butillas are done for me at this location. I don't think I'll ever grow any more butillas. Do it straight. Yeah, do straight hydrogen peroxide. That's what I did. So straight, and it kind of acts as a fungicide. But a lot of times you will get like wood bugs in there after the winter if it's starting to decay, rotten. But if there's life left in the palm, it will start pushing new growth out, and that's a good thing. I'm banned from people who love palm trees. What? You got banned from people who love palm trees? Well, I'm not. I really don't go in there any much. Like I rarely ever go there. I have other people. Yeah, I don't go in there at all. I'm never into people who love. I'm not actually. I haven't been on Facebook either. I don't go into Facebook. Rarely. I'm on Twitter. I like Twitter because. So, I know there's a lot of people in it, and I guess maybe some people get offended. You're probably outspoken like I am, and some people don't like what you say, so they probably says, "Okay, you've offended too many people," and maybe one of the administrators or something banned you or whatever. So that's the way it goes, And I'm just like, I'm going to leave it to those guys. I'm not even going to worry about it anymore. I can't be bothered, because I'm trying to wean myself off of Facebook and eventually not even go on there at all because I'm kind of sick of it, So I like Twitter. I've been on Twitter since January 2012. I like Twitter because there's no censorship on Twitter, and I can post and say what I want in there. Every time I seem to post something that offends somebody on Facebook, oh, no, are you sure you want to say that? You can't say that. My Twitter is Banana Joe. I'm Banana Joe on Facebook, on Twitter too. But Instagram is censored. But Twitter's not censored because Elon Musk runs it. And I put lots of crazy memes on there, and I see lots of other crazy memes. And you know what? Not a problem. And I post palmy stuff on there too. What was your name? Because I saw a bunch of people getting offended for no reason. Yeah, people get offended everywhere. That's the problem. You know what I mean? I've been kicked out of groups too. I was kicked out of a group as I kept posting pictures of palm trees. It was a Canadian gardening group, and they didn't like it, so they kicked me out of the group. What's funny is all I did is literally refuse to tell people where I live just to piss, because they're trying idiots like zone location. It's yeah, people don't need to know where you live. It's nobody's business. It's like asking you your medical history. Are you jabbed or not? That's nobody's business, right? You know what I mean? You don't have to tell them anything. So you do not have to tell people where you live. And if it offends them, that's too bad for them. I don't remember if you answered the last time I asked you ever rode a Tesla. No, I've been in a Tesla, but I never rode. I just drove one. Yeah, they're very fast cars. Those things, those electric cars, are unbelievable. But I think everybody knows where I live, and I really don't care. But if you don't want to tell people where you live, that's your thing, man. Don't tell them where you live. And if they get offended by it, well, too bad for them. You know what I mean? That's ridiculous. If I asked somebody where they lived and they didn't tell me where they lived, I'm not going to get offended by it. I could care less. It's like, whatever, okay, that's your business. You want to keep it private, then I'm not going to worry about it. But to get offended by it, I don't know why, but the Pacific Northwest Palm chapter. Is that who was it? Did somebody say something to you on there? Because like I say, I don't really follow it much. You know, a lot of times if I post a picture on my personal page, I'll share it to some other groups. Doesn't necessarily mean I go on the group. People always probably ask me my racial background. I don't care. Yeah, who cares, right? Unfortunately, some people spam and try things that are not related to palms. Yeah, I don't like that stuff. I hate spammers. Spam and scammers, right? So anyway, there's administrators and moderators on there. I'll let them deal with it because I don't have time to do all that. People that need banning are spammers. Yeah, spammers. I hate spammers. They suck. Yeah. So in order to get into that group, you have to be screened anyway. I didn't set it up. I did not set up how you got to join the group. I think one of the moderators did. So you have to actually answer some questions in there. My thing. The moderators did that. So, you know, you can go through there, and if they haven't answered any questions, they're not going to get into the group, right? So, but anyway, it's your right not to tell anybody where you live. So I don't know. You shouldn't have been kicked out for that because they got mad at you for that. Person that got mad at you should be kicked out. It's ridiculous. People get offended by too much stuff these days. It's just, you know what happens after you're offended? Nothing. Nothing happens after you're offended. It's a waste of time. I'm glad nothing offends me. I don't get offended by stuff. I really don't. Sometimes it takes a few days moderation and spammers, but eventually they get banned. Oh, okay. Good. Yeah, I get them on my I got a Banana Joe page, Paradise, Northern Paradise something, Palm Paradise. I get spammers in there a lot too. Selling crap and just posting stuff. Oh, did you know so and so died or whatever, which is all crap, right? Some famous star just died. Well, I see a big caterpillar on the house. I got to get rid of that guy. You got to go. I forgot who it was, but one who had tagged me in the post and asked me to stop being so. Simply responded, no. She got really. Oh, it was a woman, eh? I think maybe women probably get more offended than guys, right? I posted a picture of Tam, and I know she's a tranny, and I posted a picture of her when she was a man. And you know what she said to me? I posted on my Banana Joe page. She says, "Oh, so transgender people, I can't be your friend anymore. I'm going to unfriend you." I says, "Whatever. Who cares?" I said, "Who cares? Big deal." You know what I mean? That's so that's what I saw that post. You mean him? Him, exactly. So Teresa Tam is the head health doctor in Canada, and I could say that I always say him. And I posted a picture of when he was a guy, and yeah, and one woman got really offended. The one woman The one, the one, the woman got offended at. Wait, Theresa Tam is it? Yeah, totally. 100%. 100%, man. I posted a picture on Twitter too. A picture of her when he was a man. He was a guy. Tam is a dude, man. I knew that right away the first time I ever saw that dude. I go, man, that is one ugly looking dude. So the picture of him when he was a guy with his name and everything, and I posted it on my Banana Joe page. Yeah, he's still a guy. If you're born a guy, you're always going to be a guy. This is the way. This is the way. Was your profile of a frog? No, my profile is of me. My profile is of me on Twitter. So you know what? What was I going to say? Anyway, posted on my Facebook page, and somebody got offended by it, and it was a local person. They says I can't be your friend anymore. Here, I'll find my Twitter and I'll post a link. Where is it? Where is my? Let me find my mouse, and I gotta hang on. Let's find Twitter here. Twitter, come on. There it is. See if I can get into it here. Let's see if I can get into it. Slow. Come on. It's kind of frozen. Hopefully I'm still on here. Into it. I'm trying to get into Twitter. Do you have crickets there? No crickets. No. Me with bananas. My profile is a tree frog in my garden. Okay, cool. I'm going to try to find mine. I got to figure out. It's logging in. It's trying to log in here. Come on. There we go. There we go. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There's my homepage. Come on. Man, it's slow. Internet is so slow here. It's pathetic. There we go. Profile. Come on. Oh, it's scrolling, guys. Sorry, it's very slow right now. I'm waiting to get into it. I'll post how people take the internet. So yeah, I know they do. That's the problem with people. I don't take everything with a grain of salt on this thing. Just like YouTube, man. It's all free entertainment. It's scrolling. Okay, so my profile. Okay, I'm going to my profile right now, and I'll post a link to my Twitter page. There we go. Copy. Okay, here's my profile on Twitter right here. Did that go? There it is. There's my Twitter profile right there. So there's a link to it. Got it? Yeah, we get lots of owls here, Jesse, man. They're unbelievable, these barred owls. So yeah, that's the problem. It's just that's the problem with this day and age. And you figure in this day and age, less people would get offended by stuff. It's like saying Merry Christmas to somebody and wanting to shake their hand or something or congratulate them. They don't shake hands anymore. They do this or they do elbow bumps. You know what I mean? Shaking hands is old school. I still shake people's hands. Merry Christmas. No, it's not Merry Christmas anymore. It's Happy Holidays. A lot of people don't say Merry Christmas. They say Happy Holidays, right? I say Merry Christmas. It was this. Fighting on Facebook. That's funny. I know it's crazy. Yeah. Too many people getting offended. Anyway, like I said, I posted a picture of Tam when she was a dude. He was a dude, and he's still a dude. And they didn't like that. And because I posted a picture like that, this person flew off the handle and called me homophobic. That's what they called me. They says, "You're a homophobe." I says, "I'm not a homophobe. I'm just posting something here." I said, "Tam is a dude. Doesn't mean I hate them or anything. Well, I don't like them anyway. But yeah." So I just putting the truth out there, and they got offended by it, and they didn't want to be my friend anymore. It's like, well, I don't want them to be my friend anyway. So good riddance to you, right? Good riddance to you. Bye bye. Don't come back again. Maybe I should block her. Find out who that was. Block her anyway. I can't see it. She blocked me. She blocked you. You offended her. Zach offended her. Good. That's terrible, eh? People like that. Because she wanted to know where you lived. Oh, yeah, they probably are, right? Yeah, maybe that's what she was, a teacher. Yeah, there was another guy in there too that I was wanted to know everybody's location. Well, because I posted something. Well, that's no good to us if you don't tell us where you live. That doesn't mean anything. You post these pictures like, whereabouts are you? It's like, whatever. You know what I mean? You guys know where I live. That's all that matters. Anyway, like I say, I'm not spending a lot of time on Facebook these days. I'm trying to avoid it. Twitter, I'm on Twitter every day. I try to post something on Twitter. I post a lot of memes. I post a lot of dissing of the government on Twitter. If you look at my Twitter account, you will see a lot of dissing of the government. Oh, Gem State Tropics is in there. How, man, I've been going for 2 hours and 21 minutes. I'm glad you made it in. I've been hanging in there because I'm hoping you were going to make it in. So did you get the seeds yet, Stephen? Please tell me the seeds made it to Idaho. That's the kind of people I was trolling. Right on. Tell me, Stephen, the palm seeds made it to Idaho. I sent you them. God, that was probably 2 weeks ago. They better have made it through customs. I sure hope they made it through customs. I mailed them. Want some Memphis strain seed? I can't say stay long. I'm almost done. We're posted on the package. Oh, it did make it. Yes. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, Stephen. Did the seed still in it? Memphis strain seed would be awesome. Yeah, you can easily send, like, I hope the seeds were still in the package, Stephen. Hopefully the customs did not take the seeds out of the package. I pray. Because, that's what they often do. They take the seeds out at customs and send you an empty package with a note in it, right? So I sent you some good seeds from some good palms, and they'll be viable. They also made it safely. I scattered a few. Oh, cool. Awesome. Awesome. There's another good documentary that came out. Cool. I like documentaries. I'm glad you even thank you. That makes me happy. Some Salt Spring Island seeds made it. And Zach does grow them in Tennessee. He does have some down there too. So Memphis strain seed would be good. I don't think I have any volunteer state palms in our garden here. I have them from Arkansas, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Mississippi, Texas, Florida, Virginia. I got them from all over, but I don't think I have any from Tennessee. I posted a video on seeds. Thank you. I'll have to check that out. That's awesome. I'm glad that they made it. That makes me happy. It's called Pandemic 3, The Great Awakening. Oh, I think I saw it. Wendy and I watched that. Very good. Very, very interesting. Yeah, I saw it. And they were going to, it's not going to be shown anywhere else. Yeah. I actually shared it on my Twitter. If you go to my Twitter, it's probably on there. But thanks, Stephen, for letting me know. That makes me very happy. Oh, my palm seeds made it to Idaho. And you can do them in the baggy method if you want. And they should, just be patient with them. That's all. But wow, I'll have to check out the video for sure. After this live stream, which I'm going to finish soon, I'm going to check them out. There's actually a movie theater here that is non-woke people. Oh, cool. That is very good. That's very good that they're showing stuff like that. Tennessee palms would be good. Hold on. It's time to take my nicotine. Do you know of the Cineplex that done up like? No, I don't know. Oh, you're talking about, is it in Langley? Oh, I've been in that one. That's the one with all this cinemas in it. I've been there lots of times. I've been to see movies there, a few movies in that one. Colossus, I've been there about, I'm going to say 6 times I've been to Colossus to see movies. Yeah. When I lived here, I've gone to watch movies, right? Last one I saw there was Piranha. Oh, no, I saw Avatar there too. That's the one. There's a Harley shop near there too. They're much better. Cool. Yeah, I'd like to try some of those seed. Need to head out, but thank you for joining in, and I'm glad you got the seed. That makes me happy. Thanks, Stephen. Appreciate it, buddy. And if you do show up here one day, I'll send you back with some palm seedlings. You're welcome. Thank you. Thanks for joining in there. I always appreciate you having you on the channel here. I use nicotine salt, which is purely nicotine, no danger. Really, nicotine salt? Really? Is that right? So instead of smoking, probably cheaper than smoking. That's so good. Well, let me know when they germinate. I'll check out the video after this and I'll leave a comment. And let me know when they germinate. Make a video of them germinating. Actually, nicotine salt pouches, but yeah. Oh, interesting. Very, very nicotine. Never heard of it. Hmm. So it gives you the same effect as smoking without screwing up your lungs. Nicotine salt. Very, very cool. I'm surprised a theater carrying Cineplex name is willing to show controversial, right? Yeah, that's really interesting. Huh. Well, it's like the guy that runs our store. He thinks the same way I do. The manager there, awesome guy, man. I love him. I always choose to go there to support them instead of other. That's really good to know. So if I'm out there next time, I'll have to go. It looks really cool too. Yeah. I went to the Harley shop beside there too, Barnes Harley shop. There's one near there, right? That's off 200th Street. God, I used to drive up there 5 days a week when I was a mushroom farmer in Langley, taking our mushrooms into 190. Was it 198th Street? Money's mushroom plant was down there near the river. Wish Jordan Peterson movies were shown here. Yeah, Jordan Peterson's awesome. Same effect as smoking without anything that's going to harm you. Wow, nicotine salt. I should actually tell Wendy's daughter about that. That's a very interesting thing. I have to actually Google that now. Nicotine salt. This movie theater sometimes has leftist. Oh, no way. I hate those stupid leftist protesters. They suck. They totally suck. They offend me. They don't offend me. I don't care about them. I've seen Jordan Peterson event live, and oh, he'd be good to see live. Wendy loves Jordan Peterson. He's very brilliant, that guy. Very, very man. Yeah, I don't think Trudeau likes him. Of course, people think nicotine is bad for you. It really isn't. It's caffeine. Caffeine doesn't work for me. Yeah. See, I don't really drink coffee. It's interesting. Nicotine salt. I'll look it up. Is it like a tablet or something? A cinema near here was showing Danish movie with cartoon. Other days for no way, really? Danish movie with cartoon jihadists. No way. Oh my god. Those are like terrorists, aren't they? Crazy. Well, I should go soon. It's just about 2 hours and 30 minutes into this freaking live stream. But you know what? This is tomorrow I don't work. I mean, I can do another live stream tomorrow. I can, because tomorrow's my day off. I don't work till Tuesday again. I get 4 days off. So today I had to put together a gazebo at work. It was one of those Costco gazebos. And and I hate putting together stuff like that. So I went step by step, and every bit of information and every page of the instruction booklet. I get to the very end, the thing looks totally awesome. Get the roof on, and I got 4 pieces left. 4 pieces left. These strips, right? It's like, and then the guy comes in, this guy that lives in the house where I'm putting it together, and I says, "Can you figure out where these things are?" And we looked at it, looked at this truck, could not figure out where they go. So I got one of the other guys I work with. He comes down. Of course, he figures out. He says, "Joe, they actually go here. In order to put them in, I have to take the roof off again. But they're what they are. They go between. They're no structural support. It's a little strip that goes between the roof and the I-beam, and it seals it. So if you put a bug screen around it, it prevents bugs from coming in. So I don't think I'm going to put them in. Nicotine helps me focus. Cool. Well, maybe it helped me focus too. So nicotine helps you focus. Wow. Nicotine gum is the stuff. Oh, if you know, yeah, I know nicotine gum is same thing except it's put in a pouch. Wow. Remember how I told you about the attempted? Yes, I remember you said armed robbery, your mom's place. Nicotine helps you focus. Well, it's good to focus, so then you better take it. The cop who saved my day, my mom. He's aware of the WF in a good car. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Another awake person. If I feel toxic, like to the point where I beat the shit because it blocks that off of me. If I feel toxic, like to a point where I lose control and beat the shit out of someone, it's wow. Well, some people need a good crap kicking. You know what? So sometimes you better not take that stuff if somebody needs a good crap kicking. So if you visit Ottawa one day and you happen to see our prime minister, do not take nicotine, okay? Do not take any nicotine salt. We want you to give him a crap kicking. That's what it needs. Where is JL? JL? Oh, you're talking about that guy in Nova Scotia with the palms? He disappeared. He was kind of a character. I kind of miss him. He was kind of entertaining in here, wasn't he? Yeah, if you see JL. Kind of miss JL in here. He kind of livened it up a little bit, right? A little bit of action in here with JL and all his palms in Nova Scotia. Getting into a bar fight when he doesn't drink. Yeah, JL. I don't know what that stands for. He just went there to fight. Oh, yeah, that's right, too. Oh, geez, tax refund. Dang, I don't even know if we've done our taxes yet. You just reminded me. I know Wendy and I were talking about it like about a month ago. I don't even know if we brought them in yet. We have to. I hope she did. Yikes. I get money back, and Wendy always has to pay, unfortunately. She's always got to pay a chunk, and I always get money. I always get like a couple grand back, and she's got to pay. Like last year, she had to pay like 7 grand or something. It was just like insane, insane. Well, $400 is better than no bucks, right? And yeah, Wendy had to pay, and I got like, so my money went towards her 7 grand, my 2 grand. My mom got $4. You know what? $4 is better than nothing, better than a kick in the butt. I wonder how much Trudeau gets back. Guy, eh? Ugh, makes me sick. You know what? I'd rather get $4 than $0. That's the way I look at it. It's $4 more than what you had, more than what I have in my wallet if I got $4. What's funny is she works at the same place I do. Cool. Right on. I get them to take more taxes off my check at work. So when I started there October 1st, or sorry, November 1st, I had it set up where I want them to take more taxes off each paycheck. 18 an hour, that's good. That works out. That's good. That's good money because that's US is 34 cents in the dollar. So yeah, yours 34 cents on each dollar compared to ours. 90 an hour. Holy cow. I don't make that much. I make 25, which is better than nothing. I'm retired. It's my retirement job. But I make 45 when I work on the side. So last Friday I was working for somebody. I was making $45 an hour. I work 60 hours a week. I work this week I worked 6, 6, and 5. So I worked 17 hours this week. JL's there. I worked 17 hours. Is that what I did? Just a minute. 6 and 6 is 12 and 5. Yeah, 17 hours. Not a lot. I didn't work a lot of hours. I usually work 18 hours a week. It's really tough manual labor job. Yeah, but it's good money, man. $90 an hour. How is Nova Scotia? Nova Scotia might be smoky right now. She could be smoky. Um, yeah, no, I've done 60 hours a week is a lot. Holy crikey. 60 hours a week. 24 an hour Canadian. Yeah, so I do 25, but like I say, I only work 3 days a week, Tuesday to Thursday. I start at 7:30. I'm off at 1:30. Yesterday I took off at 12:30, and I do get 30 and 40% off groceries, which really helps. That's the discount. That's why I'm there. The discount is awesome. Do you think the ban stops from growing my coconuts? JL, you are just awesome. We were just talking about how much we miss JL because you make this place more lively. We are glad JL is back on the board. Now be a good be a good boy, JL. Tell us about your coconut palms. I unload trucks for several locations. Is there oh wow. 3 people doing it, but wow. That's pretty cool. So you use forklift, obviously. That's coffee and food and all that stuff. Tim Hortons, big company. I think they're in the States, aren't they? Tim Hortons is in the States now. It was actually started in Canada. I think in don't comment because Joey bans, don't you? No, I don't ban JL. You can't be banned. You're on here. How can you be banned? People always quit when they start doing it because they have to memorize. Oh yeah, no. I can't. I'm not good at memorizing things. I'm good at memorizing plant names, but not where things got to go. And it's a lot of lifting. Yeah, hard on the back. I do a little bit of lifting here and there, but I watch it now. The lower back, man. I do wear a weightlifting belt when I do that, though. I don't want to trash my back any more than it's already trashed. So, but that's good money. $90 an hour. You work 8 hours a day. Holy diner. That's a lot. That's $720 a day. Do you work an 8 hour day at $90 an hour? That is like killer bucks, man. That is like mega bucks. Wow. I've never made that much money. That's good. That's good dough. So like I say, when I'm doing gardening work for people, I charge $45 an hour, 4 hours a day. That's all you need to work. That's $360 a day. That is actually good money. JL sucks like a vacuum. I hate JL. Jay hates JL. Who are you, Jay? A Hoover? Only 3 days per week. I would work, 3 days a week. Yeah, I would work 3 days a week, man. That's just freaking awesome. I work 3 days a week too, but I'm only making 25, right? So 90 would be great. That would be so good. And you probably get benefits too. I don't get benefits because I don't work 8 hours a day. Blast off. You know me very well. Let's keep it like that. The Washingtonian. Scotia is actually California. That's what they say. That's what somebody said. They did a search on that photo. Yeah, no, I don't get benefits either. But if I worked 8 hours a day, I would. It's it's about 26K per year. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I don't think I make. Let's just see. I have to figure out how much I make a week. I never really did figure it out. So, God, my mind went totally blank. 6 times 25. I make 150 a day times 3, so 450 a week times 4, 1600, 17. I make an 1800. I make only 1800 a month. That's what I make. I make 1800 a month at my job. Good morning, Joe. Starting to work 6 in Finland. Wow. Good morning to you in Finland. Joe, I'm going to report you to eBay. Never. Listen to this guy. So funny. Go for it. You report me to anybody you want. Read my ratings on eBay, 100%. I send everything out. And you know what? Go ahead and report me. If somebody buys something from me on eBay, if they don't get it, then they talk to me on eBay. They send me something, and then we work it out. So it's only happened a few times, and that's fine. It's always been worked out. But I think you're actually full of crap, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to sell JL's family to in the black market. JL's the scammer. JL is a scammer. JL, actually, I may have to block JL because he's starting to get on my nerves. He gets on my nerves sometimes when he's in here and he says stupid crap like that. How can it be 100% when I have you a bad review? Let's go look at my eBay right now and see if I'm going to go to my eBay right now and see if this guy's full of crap. We're going to go read my reviews, and then I can find out. Then I can find out where he is too. If you leave me a bad review, I can find out exactly where you are. Let's see, and then I'll take it up with eBay. That's what I'll do. eBay. Where is my eBay? Yeah, no, I sell palm seedlings, and I've been selling them on eBay since 2007 or 8, I think, something like that. Going to my eBay right now. Let's look at my reviews on eBay. May 23rd. Here's the latest message I got. Message banana. Let's see what it says here. Let's read it. Nope, that's not it. That's something else that I bought. Oh yeah, here's palm seedlings. Palm seedlings. What does it say here? Thanks. Let's just see. Seedlings received. Thank you so much. And let's just see my ratings here. My ratings on eBay are. Let's go to my eBay. Messages, activity. Oh, there we go. 616 ratings, 100%, 98 followers, 100% positive feedback on eBay. 100% positive feedback on eBay, folks. There we go. It's all good. You're right. It's all good, JL. Anyway, I've been selling palms on there for years. I've shipped them all. I've shipped to every 50 state except Hawaii. And I've shipped to many, many countries in Europe. Many countries. So it's all good. We got good ratings. Anyway, guys, I'm going to roll soon because you know what? The sun is going down behind those trees. And I'm going to go. I actually have to check some stuff on eBay too. I have to check my emails because I might have some orders to ship out. No, he didn't leave a review. He has not. JL's just pulling your leg. My eBay has 100% rating. I have 100% rating for buying and selling. I buy a lot of stuff on eBay too, right? So, but yeah, no, my rating's good. That's all that matters. I've only had one bad rating from a guy in the Netherlands about 6 years ago, and I lost it on the dude, man. I absolutely lost my mind on the guy because he didn't know what he was talking about. He got the seeds. They were fresh seeds, and some of them had a little bit of green in them. And he says, these seeds won't germinate. they're picked too early or something like that. Until he planted them, he should keep his mouth shut. So anyway, I lost. I left him a bad. I left him a bad rating too, right underneath where he rated me. If you ate them, I have 100% too. Good. It's good to have 100%. I don't know. Where are your palms, JL? Where are your palms? JL. I'm still trying to figure out what JL might stand for. Does anybody have a clue what JL might stand for? What do you think it stands for, folks? JL. JL is a porn bean. Justin. What types of palms? I already have 2 washies. Yes, we've seen your washi. We've seen your washi. Sore neck. We've seen your washi, and we know that's growing in California. That's what somebody said. I don't know that for a fact, but we know it's not growing in Nova Scotia. Stands for just lame. Hey, JL, do you hear that? Jerk liar. Hey, JL, because he's lame. That's funny. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to sit back and laugh and stretch my back and my neck. It's getting sore. Jerk liar. Jill is a porn beam. Just Lonnie. He couldn't even grow a palm because he's lame. Well, you know what? He's got to shoot some videos. He's got a YouTube channel. He can shoot some videos of his palm trees. I'm the most famous person on the Facebook ground. Wow, really? That's why he's just lame. On the Facebook ground. I am in the air. Some people are legend in their own mind. JL. Well, if we ever visit Nova Scotia, we want a tour of your palm garden. What's Facebook ground? I don't know. Just loony. Just loony. That's a good one, Mike. If we ever visit Nova Scotia, anybody ever gets there before me, look up JL. Maybe you can meet him somewhere and he can give you a tour of his garden and you can shoot a video of his palm garden. What wouldn't surprise me if he lived in a pineapple under the sea? Oh, SpongeBob. No, that was Pineapple Under the Sea. Yeah, SpongeBob, right? Ever watch MTV Catfish? No, I've never seen it. Is MTV still on? God, I started watching that in 1983. That's when I bought my first satellite dish to watch MTV. Spring of 83, I started watching. It was actually before that. It was 82 at my buddy's place. Then in 83, I bought my own dish. It's a hilarious show. MTV Catfish. I'll have to check that out. Sounds cool. Catfish. I can't believe the time. I mean, this live stream was not supposed to go this long. It's about people who have been online dating for years and one person. Oh, we have seen that. Wendy and I watched that one. Is that still on? That's actually a good one. I like that. Right. Yeah, Wendy and I did watch that before. I didn't realize that was MTV. We did watch it on, I think it was on Netflix or something. We watched it somewhere. A trombosexual, someone who is lonely and his only friend is his trombone. It's so suspenseful when they could. I know it is, Jesse. A trombone sexual. Wow, 9 at night still. It's still light here. There's the sky. Jackass lawsuit. Oh my God, you guys are funny. Come on, JL, you got to come up with something. You got to retaliate. The funniest thing JL ever said was when you were talking about king palms. Well, I'm sure he grows them too. He said he had a prime minister palm planted in honor of Trudeau. Oh God, that'd be the ugliest, most terrible palm tree. That'd be like having a Biden palm, right? The Biden palm tree. Oh my God, that'd be the worst. Gets dark at 9 here. Yeah, no, it's 9:30 last night. It was still light here. Yeah, maybe because we're that much farther north. The Prime Minister palm. I would not, even if somebody gave me a palm tree called the Trudeau palm, I would not want it. Probably is making love to his trombone with his bone and sun's still up like 8:30. Yeah, it's 8:10 here. 8:10. This is what it's looking like here. It's still light out, but it's cooling down. Temperature says 18 degrees. I don't know if that's true. Yeah, the more north you are, that's the way it works. I got to cover up the barbecue. We had Australian beef tonight for steak. It was good. Did you know the sun sets way later here than LA? Does it really? Well, LA is that much more south too, right? I mean, LA is probably 1,100 miles, 1,200 miles south of where we are here. I'm thinking. I think it's that much farther south. Like in the winter, it in the winter it'll be lighter longer here. Interesting. I didn't know that. About an hour and a half later, is that right? I had no idea. I did not know that, Jesse. Very interesting. JL, where are you? Where did you go? Did they scare you away? The only thing that comes out of JL's mouth is Australian beef. And the Australian beef we had was pretty good. And I absolutely promised words. He has a Zelensky palm. It wards off Russians. I didn't. That's from the Ukraine. Actually, there are palm trees in the Ukraine. I did notice on trips there seems to set earlier. Very interesting. I never noticed. Slava Russia. Russia. December is dark. Yeah, it does get dark earlier in the wintertime here too. Same thing. I mean, like 4:30 or something. It's starting to get dark here, right? Yeah, winter sucks. I love this time of the year. You know, really, Sochi, yeah, Sochi has tons of palm trees. Remember they had the Olympics there, right? There's palm trees all over southern Russia. People don't realize that. You don't put Russia and palm trees in the same category, but yeah, you do. Yeah, Russia would be cool. I like Russia too. I'd love to go to Russia. I'd like to go to southern Russia down to the Black Sea and see all the palm trees and exotic plants. They grow some pretty cool stuff down there, man. And I've known about that stuff for years. I mean, the first time I found out about it was back in the 80s. Somebody said, I was at a palm society meeting. He says, there's palm trees in Russia. I go, get out of here. There's no palm trees in Russia. And of course, I looked into it. I was like, the guy showed me pictures in this book. Oh, there are palm trees in Russia. That's cool. Hopefully, Russia finds peace again. Countries I wanted to go badly. Yeah, no, I'd like to see Russia. I think there's a lot of history. I got to get this caterpillar off my house. Hang on. I got him off the house all right. We caterpillar slammed him against the wall. They have been most beautiful. Yeah, they do have a lot of history in Russia too. It'd be cool. I'd like to see Czech Republic, Romania, Bulgaria, a lot of these countries over there because the architecture, I mean, the old buildings, there's lots of history there. My friend was from Czech Republic. His name was Vlad. Really nice guy. He was in the Palm Society, a palm grower too. He passed away 7 years ago or so. But he would go to Czechoslovakia maybe every 2 years, and then he'd go to Switzerland too. He'd go down to Lugano and Locarno, see all the palm trees. But he had a friend he'd visit in Czech Republic that grew a lot of palm trees, and his name is Joseph. Joseph. No, ever totally ignoring that. Oh yeah, you're Czech. I forgot. That's right too. You are Czech. I forgot about that. Right, Zach is Czech. So my buddy Vlad was Czech. And then I knew another guy named Lad that was Czech. I could never pronounce his last name though. His name was weird. It was Pomajizel. Pomajizel. His last name is spelled really weird. I could never ever pronounce him. He's my friend for years. His wife is still alive here. His wife is from southern Switzerland. His wife was from Lugano, Switzerland. So he used to go there to visit. And I was posting pictures of palm trees in Switzerland. Cathedral, Palm Nation, know you American. Well, it's like me. I'm Italian, but I live in Canada. Italian, Ukrainian, right? I got to go cover up the barbecue. Hang on. Be right back. Be right back. Okay. Barbecue covered, everybody. They said it might rain out tomorrow, so I want to get the barbecue covered up. Okay, where's my glass? I'm going to end this live stream pretty quick because I got to go in the house. Let's see. What do we have here? Oh, you have Czech citizenship? Wow, really? Yeah, there's lots of palms in Lugano and Locarno. Coolest looking building, St. Basil's Cathedral, Jesse says. I was born here in the US. I have Czech citizenship. Wow, that's cool. So you can actually live in both countries. Czech. So it used to be Czechoslovakia. It used to be Czechoslovakia, but now it's Czech Republic, right? So is the other country Slovakia? Is that what it is? Is it Slovakia? Is that the way it works? Is it gone into two countries? Because I think it used to be communist, but I don't think it is anymore, right? I think Czech is like, did it turn into kind of like, is it kind of like Yugoslavia? Is that the way it works? Remember, it's Bosnia and Croatia. Didn't it kind of split up? Isn't that the way? Uh, Czechia. Oh, is that what it is? So Czechoslovakia is not what the formal Czechoslovakia. What is it now? It's Czech Republic, right? But didn't it kind of go into two countries? I planted a Prague palm to protect me from Palm Nation. The Prague palm. Prague is the capital of Czech Republic, right? Slovakia was divided off because they speak different languages. Then it's mutually. Okay. It's completely mutually. Okay, interesting. Okay, but it's not communist anymore, right? They're done with all that communist stuff. We have that in Canada now because we have a dictator. Praha. Yeah, I've never been to Europe. I've never been to Czech Republic. Be a good place to go though. But anyway, Vlad would go there, and there's this guy that has this amazing exotic garden there with all sorts of palm trees growing in it and amazing yuccas. And I think he's actually got a jubea in his garden too. So hot summers, hot and dry, I think, and cold winters there, colder winters. But he's got some pretty cool plants growing there. Did you see they're making New Westminster? No way. Are you sure they're really doing that? The city is actually voting on it, a 15-minute. So I don't understand this 15-minute city thing. So what does that mean? You can only go 15 minutes from where you live? Is that what it means? 15 minutes from the city? From your city or something like that? Or you can only travel 15 minutes from your city? I'm not going to buy into that crap, man. I cannot believe the city is actually voting on it. Do you have that? No. We don't have, we don't have anything here on Salt Spring like that. That's the end goal, to reduce carbon use. That carbon use is nonsense. These guys fly all over the world in their big frickin' jets, their private jets, the dictator, Biden, all of these people. In the immediate future will be urban planning, government choosing which businesses to go where. Oh, wow. Unreal. I'm so done with that crap, man. I'm just so done with this. You know, look at electric cars and where they have to get the stuff to make those batteries. Where do you think that stuff comes from to make those batteries? It comes out of the earth. They have to mine it. How about hydroelectric dams to get the power for those vehicles? They think electricity grows on trees and they pull it out of thin air. It's unbelievable, man. Some people are so stupid. Climate change. I'm so sick of this climate. Look at, there's a caterpillar crawling up my shirt right here as I speak. I mean Memphis and West Memphis, Arkansas, two separate cities divided by, Big River. Okay. Look at this. Got a caterpillar crawling up my shirt. Yeah, I love Teslas for the technology, how cool, but they are no better. No, they don't do anything for the climate, man. I mean, a hydroelectric dam, you think that's good for the climate or the environment? Sorry, not the climate, the environment. Joe, I take your happy dictatorship. I don't like Trudeau. I can't stand him. Jail is bad for the climate. It's to the carbon footprint. JL, did you hear that? JL, where did he go? I think JL just kind of just watches and listens in there. He watches and listens, and he comes in every so often. That's what he's doing. He's watching right now on the sidelines, right? Or maybe he's playing his trombone. I'm going to go to 3 hours, and then I'm going to pull the plug on this. It is 8:19 p.m. Pacific time, 2:54, 2 hours 54 minutes into this. But anyway, yeah, they're really pushing this carbon stuff, footprint and climate change and this and that. But these world leaders, they can fly all over the place in their jets, burning off, thousands of gallons of fuel, and they're worried about us driving my Mazda into work every day. Maybe you should pull the plug on JL Memphis gangster style. Gangsta style. JL Memphis gangsta style. Is there gangs in Memphis? That's why I have a mass. That's why I have a mask palm to protect me. Oh God, that's one thing I don't do is masks. I don't wear masks. No more masks, especially when they bring out the Scamdemic 3. I'm sure it's coming. I'm sure it's coming. Wait for it, folks. There will be a Scamdemic 3 on its way. They're already planning it. Already planning it. So we got a few minutes left, and then I'm going to pull it. I'm going to pull the plug. And but there are people that still wear masks. I see the messenger is literally a real life server. Really? I'd like to see Memphis, man. I think there'd be a lot of cool stuff in Memphis. I'd like to see Graceland, and I'd like to see the country music place. And there's lots of country music down there. But and also Dollywood. I'd like to see Dollywood. Have you ever been to Dollywood? I think it's like a big amusement park, right? I'd like to check that out too. And I don't know if that's in Memphis though, but it'd be cool to see Graceland. That I'd really want to see. You'd return in a body bag, close casket. Is it that bad? Is Memphis that bad? Ron DeSantis made it so they can't impose that crap on. Oh, I like Ron DeSantis, excellent guy. We need him running the country, or just like Danielle Smith running Alberta. Friend Greg has been to Dollywood. Oh, really? Yeah, I've never been anywhere down there. I sent one of my tikis to Memphis, though. I have one of my tikis is it Memphis? I've sent it to Tennessee. I think it's in Memphis. One of my tikis went down there about 10 years ago. So I do have one of my tikis in Tennessee. Memphis is so bad, I avoid it when traveling. Really? It's that bad? Like sketchy, eh? Like lots of crime in Memphis? Is like, because Florida used to be like that down in Miami. It was like really crime ridden in parts of Miami. I remember being down there was bars on all the windows and stuff of the stores, and it was sketchy. But I didn't know Memphis was that bad. Wow, like shootings and stuff like that. Wow, crazy, sketchy. Good place to shoot a video. I'd like to drive through there. Sounds like East Hastings Street in Vancouver. It's sketchy down there too. The speed limit on the interstate says 70, but the flow of traffic is drive, drive as fast as your car can go. Really? No way. So is that the fastest way to get to Arkansas is through Memphis? And then you got to go over a bridge over one of the rivers there, right? Wow. I guess is there a lot of poverty in Memphis? Is there like lots of street people and stuff like that? Like people that are all drugged out and stuff on meth? That's what I'm wondering. Like Vancouver, there's some pretty bad areas in Vancouver like that. There's lots of like crackheads and meth heads and stuff like that. Sketchy areas, downtown east side. There's lots of people that are all hopped up on that stuff. I was in Memphis last December, bumper to bumper traffic. The traffic was moving. Wow. At 90 miles an hour? No way. Actually, a nice Beyond supporter, so I would be safe. I have a George Floyd palm. Not racist, keeps native. Wow, nice. And you have a George Floyd palm. I wonder what that one looks like. I saw a lot of junkies today in Wally. Oh, yeah, we don't have any of them here. George Floyd was a good riddance. George Floyd palm. Who was he anyway? Wasn't he that guy that did the cops do something to him or something? He was getting Southwest and getting arrested. George Floyd palm. You got a Justin Trudeau palm, and you got a George Floyd palm, and you got a Zelensky palm. You have quite the palm collection. I have a Pink Floyd palm. Anyway, guys, it's rolling close to 3 hours here. Once it hits 3 hours, I'm going to pull the plug. I hear voices coming from the distance somewhere. Anyway, I'm going to roll in about 40 seconds. I'm going to pull the plug here. I think I'll do a live stream tomorrow because they're so much fun. Can't believe JL actually did come back in there. JL, an old time regular here, a little H&D causer. H&D, hate and discontent. He was a drug addict. I'm not saying his death was good, but he had a colorful history. So yeah, I didn't know anything about the guy, but I just know, people put up Black Lives Matter. Well, all lives matter. You know what I mean? That's the way I see it. So, but yeah, I didn't know much about it. I just know it was all over the news. One tricky card that George Floyd can't when the Chauvin weeds take over. Photosynthesis. Okay, guys, I'm going to roll. Thanks for joining in the live stream. And yeah, if any of you guys are on Twitter, I am on Twitter too, for sure. So I'm sure JL's on Twitter too. I'm sure JL is everywhere. Anyway, thanks for joining in. I'm going to roll. I'm going to take this thing inside, get some stuff done. Got to check my eBay. Got to check this, that, and the other. And I think maybe tomorrow we will do one. Would love to see a photo of that. All right, guys, take care. And I'll see you next live stream. Thanks for joining in. Have a good night. Have fun at work tomorrow. Don't work too hard. And we will see you next time around. What's your Facebook name? Nikau. It's weird. I hear voices coming from the distance, loud in the distance, like somebody's yelling in the forest. All right, guys, take care. Yeah, what's your Facebook name there, Cal? Cal, are you still in there? Palm trees, palms trees, or better yet, send me a message since you're okay. All right, I think palm trees, palm trees. There it is, Palm Nation, palm trees. I think that's what it is. All right, guys, take care. I will see you next live stream, which might be tomorrow. It's funny, we kind of get off topic here, but it is kind of fun. It makes it more interesting, right? So I kind of like that. Makes for a more lively live stream, a more livelier live stream. Cheers to you guys. Have a good one. Bye for now. I will catch you tomorrow on the flip side.